is Mark Cates from our one of our MCs.
Is
from
this
our
your
sales
Before the
department.
Growl debut?
I didn't realize. I'm so excited. This is my Before the Growl first time. This is great.
So I
Yeah.
just literally called Mark like 60 seconds ago
And he came
said,
running.
He came running
and said,
in.
get
I
in
did.
here. So thank you
Yes.
for being available. All right, you are a runner. You haven't always been a runner, but
Sure.
like, when did you take up distance running?
Really, when all my friends and I started getting hurt playing basketball.
Okay.
Got it.
And I was like,
so
you know
within
what?
the
I'm gonna-
last 10 years.
I mean, really going on 15 now.
Okay.
Yeah, probably 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
have
you're
run the
serious
LA
about it.
Marathon. You've run the New York Marathon.
Yes, my resume is
Your
4
son Brady,
LAs.
who used to work for us, has
Correct.
also run a couple of those, right?
I got 4 LAs, 2 New Yorks. He has a Madison because he went to Wisconsin and New York.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
So here's our question.
Okay.
There is this controversy with Nike where they put up a sign at the Boston Marathon
Yeah.
that said, runners welcome, walkers tolerated. And walkers got mad. I've never...
And then they took it down. They
They did take it
listened
down.
and they
They
took
did
it down.
respond.
So my question mark is, why is that offensive? Because I always thought you had to qualify for the Boston Marathon and you had to have a really good time. So why would you ever be walking? What am I not understanding here?
Okay, so it's actually a great topic.
Okay.
So I noticed that sign, and it actually irked me a little bit too.
Why?
Okay, because
just
why?
a little, because the culture of running isn't so competitive that it's like the time is the thing.
Like it's
The
not
time-
as toxic.
You would
of
never
a-
make
Correct.
fun, as a runner, you'd never make fun of somebody walking.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because forward is a pace. So like just
Ah.
putting your shoes on and going is the thing. Now
So they
it's
were
not that
pace
were-
shaming.
unless you're a professional, right?
Right,
That's a different thing.
Yes.
Okay. No, but for like on behalf of the running community,
Yes.
John
Spokesperson.
Chin's not here, so
Right,
we're
right,
using you.
exactly.
you.
Chin would tell you the same thing. It's
And
just,
he ran ultra marathons.
I mean,
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy. So John is sort of my inspiration.
John
on
used to
all
work
of it.
with us here.
Yeah. Oh,
Anyway.
and he runs like 100-mile marathons.
No, man, it's the community. It's just getting your shoes on and getting outside, and you're part of it. So
So
you-
even if you're walking, you're still part of the community.
correct.
So was this a misstep by Nike? Did they not read the room properly? Like, why do you think they did it?
I think that sign can
You're
be
in marketing.
interpreted in different ways.
Yeah,
and
you're
maybe,
perfect to talk to about this because it's one of the things you do is marketing.
So I mean, it really is dependent on your definition of tolerated because
Okay.
it's like, could tolerated mean welcome? Like walkers
it
are.
seems like
Well,
a
like
bad
it sounds
connotation to
welcome.
me.
You guys know Mina Kimes, right?
Yeah, sure.
She does this podcast for ESPN, and behind her she has a sign that says, "Dogs welcome, people tolerated."
Yes.
And that you're
and
like,
I
yeah.
think it's kind of cute.
Yeah,
Now,
it is
you know,
cute.
it's like
Yeah.
it's a shout out to dogs.
So I would say that everyone's in the community. The real controversy, if you guys remember this, if I want to pivot really quick,
Okay.
is in the LA Marathon. Now, granted, super hot. So in light of safety,
yeah.
I understand some
right.
of these things, but they offered a finisher's medal if you ducked out at mile 18.
Is that right?
Now, how did that
Correct.
go over with you and your
Not
friends?
good.
Yeah.
So okay, so that is like you at least have to finish the thing, right?
Yeah.
So if you
Because
want
it
to walk
says
it,
finisher.
that's fine. But you know, the
You gotta
thing
do
is
26.2.
The
So-
thing is the
Okay.
thing.
So my friend Sue runs marathons she has run a marathon. And what she does when she runs is she runs for 4 minutes, then she walks for a minute. Runs for 4 minutes, walks for a minute. Is that like a normal thing, or did she
Yeah,
invent
and also
that?
you got to be pretty elite to legit run the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Nike only tolerates them.
I-
Nike only tolerates
Yeah,
you that
they're
walk.
gonna
But that is
Yeah.
interesting that you noticed it.
Yeah, I
you
did.
noted
Yeah,
when
yeah.
when the
it
sign
came
was there
across
and
my
you go,
thing, I was
huh.
like, that's interesting.
Now, were
Yeah.
you offended?
No.
Did you want to take to this? Well, you were
But
in the
that's not
streets.
really what
Did
you
you
want.
want to
He's
take
already
to
in
the
the
streets?
street.
But if you're Nike, you don't want somebody to be like, okay, like that's not the reaction you want, especially from you. Even if you're not offended, you're kind of like,
Well,
Yeah.
the number one rule, Mark, as you know, with big Fortune 500 companies like Nike is just don't screw it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we're printing money hand over fist. Don't
Yeah,
screw it up.
I mean, everyone has their own reasons of why they jump into these events, but I mean, the biggest thing that I love about running is the inclusionary aspect of the community, and
Yeah.
it's so easy to
so
be
you
a
want to
runner.
be careful not
Yeah.
to insult
I think
anyone
so.
unnecessarily.
Yeah.
To twist that Michael Jordan.
Now, am I
quote,
going to stop
walkers-
wearing Nike?
Yeah.
Actually, my marathon shoes are Nikes, and am I
Yeah.
going to stop? No.
No, walkers
All right.
wear
More
Nikes
more
too, though.
Running
importantly,
expert.
in
Yeah.
the 2 minutes we have
Yes.
left, what do you think? Mark is a gigantic
Yeah.
Lakers fan who sells most of our
Yes.
Laker games to
Let's
all
go.
of our partners. How are you feeling about tonight?
Pretty
Assume
good. I
Durant
mean,
plays.
Assuming he plays.
I think that again. I think John and I, you were in the same boat here. Is that we bleed purple and gold. So I'm going with we'll be prepared, and regardless of whether Durant plays or not, it's going to be a battle and hopefully come out with the W. So.
Hear that, Mace? Doesn't matter if he plays or not.
I don't think so.
Come on down.
More
Mace
focus.
and Emily are not believers.
If you tell me they're shooting 60% from the field again, I will call the Lakers win.
Listen,
Oh my
normally Mace is on the home team, and we'll see what his track record is.
Yeah.
I'm okay with Mace on the other side of this thing, and we
yeah.
prove him wrong.
Yeah,
That's
y'all are
fine.
being delusional, but it's okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Look, it's
in
time.
the
It's
next
a season
round,
of
I might
delusion.
believe you. But in
Okay.
this round, I actually think we can win.
All right, let's go.
All right.
Thanks, you guys. That was
Thank you very
fun.
much,
That
Mark
was great.
Gates.
Yeah.
Coming up next for you, Mason Ireland on the radio, on the app, and on the YouTube. Mychal Thompson, Pepe Mantilla are going to be here. Big day, 710 ESPN.
Yeah. What's going on? It's Chris Morales. Here in Los Angeles, our water is filled with chemicals and chlorine. That's why I got a LifeSource whole house water system. LifeSource cleans and conditions water from every tap. Healthier water made easy. No salt, no regular maintenance, and no more harsh, skin-irritating city water. Ugh. Upgrade your water and your life with LifeSource. I did it. I'll never go back. For April, ask for the ESPN LA special. Get $500 off and free installation for new customers. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Rich Eisen here with some advice. If high-interest credit card debt is grinding you down, it might be time to call an audible with a SoFi personal loan. It consolidates your debt into one low monthly payment with no fees required. And with as soon as the same day funding, you can make the right play fast. Call an audible on your debt today at SoFi.com/debtplay. Loans originated by SoFi Bank N.A. Member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply. NMLS 696891. Fast funds terms apply at SoFi.com/debtplay.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles. Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on.
Mason pulled a Mason and called in sick on the day of the show.
Let's get it, yo. Mason and Ireland right now.
I totally missed everything. I was hearing weird noises. I didn't know where they were coming from. What is going on? Good afternoon, by the way.
Good afternoon. Yeah, we were doing before the growl. We don't wear headphones for that,
No
so we've been
headphones.
kind of. But
Hey, we're
big
back.
night.
We're on the radio.
Big night.
Big night. Big
Game
night.
2, Mason and Emily do not believe. Brian and I are believers. We think that even with Kevin Durant, no problem, right, BC?
That's right. Come on.
my gosh.
2-0 lead.
So let's talk about, first of all, the Kevin Durant of it. You said that Mychal believes that he's going to. By the way, Mychal and Pepe both going to be here today, so we'll
But
lead you up
let
to
me
game
press
2.
this before you
He
say
just
what
believes
you're
it.
going to say.
Yeah.
Mychal thinks Mychal has a flaw.
Okay.
He thinks people care about playing as much as they did when he played.
Okay.
And we both know that's not
That
true.
is not the
Or
same.
Right.
Kevin Durant is injured.
Like he can't imagine that Kevin Durant would miss 2 playoff games in a row. So he comes to the conclusion that 100% Durant is playing. What he doesn't understand is there's no more Kobe Bryant.
No. But, I mean, in Kevin Durant's case, I know what you're going to say, Em. Kevin Durant's case, all these doctors have said it's pain tolerance. It is about pain tolerance. And I was talking to somebody about it yet. Kobe would play through it.
Right.
If it's pain tolerance, Kobe could deal with pain. I don't know if Kevin Durant's going to do that
I
or
also
not.
think you're just assuming somebody else's pain level because none of us are in Kevin Durant's body, and so maybe he really can't play. Like, I don't know. I don't like people throwing around that they think that they're faking, that they had that much pain.
Okay, but if it is just pain tolerance as opposed to
that he can't hurt himself any further.
Can't hurt himself any
don't
further.
We have
We're
Dr.
making
Clapper
this
coming on
assumption.
today?
Yeah.
We can ask him about this.
Yeah, I mean, if it's just pain tolerance, deal with the pain. There are guys that will deal with pain, and there are guys who are less likely to deal with it.
But I also think that doesn't make him any less of a great player if they.
I didn't say he wasn't a great player. But it would be strange to see Kevin Durant miss back-to-back playoff games.
With an injury that can't hurt him any further.
Right, especially this late in his career. How many more times is Kevin Durant going to be in the playoffs? How many more opportunities? Well, certainly it's unlikely that he will ever match up toe-to-toe with LeBron James
So
again.
you guys calling him soft?
No, I'm saying pain tolerance. Play through
Okay.
it. Yeah.
But no, I won't go as far as to use the word soft, but I will say this. There are very few players, very few in 2026 that will play through anything like Kobe did.
Yeah.
They just don't exist.
Yeah.
Mychal Bridges of the Knicks is like the one guy. Who plays through everything. But
Yep.
most players, if they're banged up, won't play.
Yeah. Now, if you look at game one, obviously Durant being out was huge, and nobody really saw that. He was on the injury report as of last Friday, and somehow.
Right, but when I walked into that game, I was 100% convinced he was playing.
I assumed he was listed as questionable. I mean, when superstars are listed as questionable for a playoff game, you assume they're probably going to play. Kevin Durant did not. Now, I am going to lay out the circumstances for you, John. No Kevin Durant. Lakers shoot 60% plus from the field, 50% plus from three. What are the odds that happens again? What are the odds that the Lakers once again shoot the lights out and win this game?
Once again, shooting 60%, I would say almost zero.
Yes.
Could they shoot 55? Maybe. The Lakers were the number one percentage shooting team in the NBA this year.
Mm-hmm.
They basically shot better than anyone else. It's because they get a lot of dunks and layups.
Right.
But that's when they had Luka and Austin.
Yes.
The other night, Luke Kennard couldn't miss.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton couldn't miss. I mean, the chance of that happening again. But also, we could say, what are the chances they get out-rebounded 21-3 on the offensive glass?
Which is a higher chance of happening? Getting crushed on the offensive boards or shooting?
If you're asking me,
because it's the best rebounding team in the league,
right.
Houston.
If you're asking me, will Houston be plus 18 on the offensive glass? I would say almost zero.
Yeah, plus 18 is a big number. They are going. Here's the thing: they're going to be out rebounded. They just are.
Well,
they're
the
gonna,
Lakers are probably
going
to shoot for a higher percentage. They were number one all year in that category. And the Rockets were number one in offensive rebounding all year. They'll have more offensive rebounds. And the amazing thing about that is Steven Adams, their best offensive rebounder, isn't even playing.
Yeah.
He's out for the year.
They're that's like a team rebounding thing they do really well, right? I mean, it's really as a team that they seem to.
They started keeping track of that 30 years ago, and they're the best offensive rebounding team in 30 years.
Right.
That's how good they are.
So the Lakers will be out rebounded tonight.
I don't think the Rockets will shoot 38% from the field and 33% from three-pointers. I think that they're going to go up as well.
Yeah, well,
so
with Durant in particular, I think their shooting percentage
even without
will go
Durant,
up.
I think their shooting percentage is going to go up. I don't think they're going to shoot 38% from the field again. I think it's going to come back to the even, and I think it's going to be the margins between that where the Lakers or the Rockets will win.
So M's using the old regress to the mean theory,
She's not crazy.
Which is the right there. I mean, that's just reality, game to game. In the NBA, or frankly in any sport, things tend to regress to the means. So, I think that the Lakers can win tonight. If Durant plays, I think they are it's hard to see how they win. It's hard to see how they win.
Not to me.
Yeah, I know.
Not to me, BC.
Not to you. Not to you.
Anything is possible.
Yep.
I think the key to this, like the margins that I was talking about, is going to be turnovers. I think specifically Marcus Grant.
Marcus Grant.
Marcus Grant's playing tonight. I gotta study more.
He had turnovers all afternoon drive yesterday.
Marcus Smart was particularly offensive in terms of his turnovers in the game yesterday, and I think or Saturday. And they even Lakers started out the game with a bunch of turnovers. I think that if the Lakers can minimize that, I think they have a better chance tonight than if it's going to be everybody regressing to the mean, and if they change that turnover to their favor, I think that will sway to their side.
I will say this. Houston is a lot less the betting markets have it like 65% Houston and 35% Lakers to win the series. I think it's closer than that. I think Houston, the one thing that was revealed in that game, in game one, was that Houston's offensively just isn't very good. And I understand they didn't have Durant, but they didn't shoot well.
They're not a good shooting team.
They are a terrible half-court team. They do turn the ball over a lot, although Lakers turned the ball over more than the Rockets did in game one. I think if everything regresses to the means, you've got a tight ball game, and I think they got a chance to force Houston to clutch time, where they have struggled in clutch time, and the Lakers have excelled. So I think it's a real ball game. I don't know if the line has moved or not, but the last I saw, it was Lakers plus 4.5 tonight.
In other words, Houston by 4.5.
Houston minus 4.5, yeah.
Yeah. If I was allowed to bet on the NBA, which I'm not even mythically, I would take the Lakers.
Why are you so confident, John?
I'm not a big fan of Houston. I don't necessarily think that is a well-constructed team. The problem with the Rockets is they don't have anybody to get them into their offense. They don't have a point guard.
Yeah.
They've been playing Reed Shepherd at the point, and Shepherd went 6 for 20 the other night.
Yeah, really rough night.
And so because they don't have anybody getting him into their offense, you'll see tonight if Durant plays.
The offense kind of runs through him.
Correct.
I mean, he
they give
will
the ball
organize
to Durant,
the offense.
The Lakers double and triple team him, and then he's got to throw out of those double teams, and somebody else has to make shots. I just don't think they have enough shooters.
Right.
Will they be able to double team without Luka and AR here? Because I feel like that was a reason why they were able to do that, because they had their full strength and they could double up Kevin Durant.
Well, Luka and Austin are not elite defensive players.
Right.
As a matter of fact, they might be better defensively without him.
They were just kind of throwing bodies at Durant.
Right.
In
like
that
Jared
last...
Vanderbilt's probably the best defensive player on our team, and he's going to play more with those two guys out.
Right. But
So-
the doubling of Durant, because they had success in the baseball series a few weeks back, I would imagine that's something they're going to try tonight.
Yeah. Well, they did it the other night,
Yeah.
and it led to some turnovers. They had too many. They had 20.
Yeah, they had 20.
But let's see. Let's see how it goes. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a fun game, and these playoffs have been great. Like last night, both of those games, the Knicks game was great, and then the Denver-Minnesota game was one of the best games of the playoffs.
Yeah.
So these games have been great every night.
Yeah. The other thing I wanted to mention is, and we'll circle. We're going to keep a few plates spinning, and Pepe and Mychal are going to be here. But the Edwin Diaz injury is significant for the Dodgers, and I got to be honest. Maybe we've all learned our lesson. Don't spend a lot of money during the offseason on a closer, on a late inning reliever, because those guys tend to turn up as you move later into the year. Edwin Diaz is going to have surgery. He will miss at least 3 months, in the ballpark of 3 months. Could see him after the All-Star break this year. And then they're going to be using a committee, at least as of this moment, until somebody seizes the job. So it'll be Vesia, Tanner Scott, and Blake Trinan all getting a crack to close out ball games. But does it make sense to spend that much money on a closer?
If it's your only hole, yeah.
Yeah.
And it might be the Dodgers' only hole
It is,
from last year
yeah.
because Tanner Scott didn't work out the way we thought he would. He still had 20-plus saves, but he blew a lot of saves.
He blew
too.
a ton of saves, yeah.
So maybe he gets put back into that role. I know they've promised Roki Sasaki some backroom deal where he gets to be a starter. I would move him to the bullpen
I think
right
it's
now.
a front room deal. He met with so many Major League Baseball teams that wanted him, and he wasn't expensive. Anybody could have had him, and the Dodgers said, you know what? We know how to take care of guys. If this is what you want, this is what we're going to do.
But
and
Mason, that was last year. He signed, and he's signed up with the Dodgers. They can choose what to do with
he
it.
already went against it in the playoffs.
Right, but do you want an unhappy Roki Sasaki? And because as of right now, there's no reason to pull him from the rotation.
I don't
like. What's the incentive to remove him from the rotation?
Because you tell him we need you in the bullpen, and
Exactly.
you're going to play a
But
more
they've
prominent role.
They have so many bullpen arms.
Not
what is
righties.
he? Is he a middle reliever?
Not,
is he?
they don't have right-handed
I know,
bullpen
but
arms.
you got to get you got to take that out of your head because Tanner Scott was a closer, lefties, righties, whatever.
Right, but I'm just saying.
Blake Trinan, righty, again, another potential closer.
Trinan's the only one, and he's struggled. So
I just think this is completely asinine what the Dodgers are doing if they're just doing it because they have a deal with Roki Sasaki. I think you need to do what's best for the team, and what's best for the team might be taking Roki out of there. He doesn't have his command, which, again, probably isn't great to have as a reliever, to have somebody who doesn't have great command. But you can't be like, oh, we promised him something, therefore we can never go back on it. He is signed up to play with the Dodgers. Who cares if he leaves after the deal's done? It's a sport. It's a business and it's a game.
Well, hold on. There's another element to it. The Dodgers have a Japanese pipeline that no other team does. And so if they do one of these Japanese guys wrong, it all of a sudden that shuts down the pipeline.
But they're not doing him wrong. They're putting in a position to succeed.
But it doesn't matter what you think if he thinks they're doing him wrong.
Right. I also think, again, I'm generalizing about Japanese people, but it seems as if they tend to respect authority. And if the Dodgers say from a position of authority, hey, this is what's best for the team, it seems as if he might go along with that. That's what he did in the World Series.
But they also think about your word is your bond. Like honor is a huge thing in the Japanese culture. So if they promised, if Andrew Friedman and Dave Roberts were courting Roki Sasaki 2 years ago, and they said, if you come to play for us, we'll allow you to be a starter right next to Yoshi Yamamoto, and he's going to be the blueprint for you. We're gonna let all three of you guys, Sasaki, Ohtani, Yamamoto, into the starting rotation, and this is where you can be a part of that.
Right.
And they go back on their word, it could be a thing.
By the way, I think it's going to work with Roki in the starting rotation. I thought he showed improvement over the weekend. Only 2 walks on that start on Saturday. He did give up. He was hitting the zone. He gave up 7 hits, but I think he's starting to get a feel for it. They have a chance to win games that Roki Sasaki is starting. He's pitching 1 day a week like everybody else in that Dodgers rotation. I think they can let him try to work this out. I don't know what why all of a sudden the incentive is to remove him. He's been
because
pitching,
Diaz got hurt.
Yeah, I don't.
And that Gomes is so he said, quote, that that the Dodgers have been they're adamant about Sasaki remaining in the rotation.
Yeah,
I just think it's a weird thing to be adamant.
Says that they made a promise to him that they don't want to break.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it is.
But it's a game, it's a team. You have to do its best. I just don't understand why you make a promise.
Well, okay,
if you tell me
you make the promise to get him, he could have gone anywhere. He could have signed with any team.
If you tell me Tanner Scott doesn't work, Blake Trinan doesn't work, Alex Vesia doesn't work, then you go to Roki, yes. But I don't see any reason to break glass emergency go to Roki right now.
I just think they're putting themselves in a bad position by making promises.
That's debatable, but if the only way you get him is to make that promise, then you do what you take. You do what it takes to get him.
I feel like it was more than that to get Roki, though. You have all the Japanese players. You have
not all of them. The Cubs got a couple.
Yeah, I mean, guys are starting to spread across the league a little bit. And Roki was valuable because he doesn't make a lot of money. That was especially valuable. That's what separated him. It's not like the Dodgers offered him more money. The Dodgers gave him the exact same amount of money that he could have gotten from any team. And so, I don't think there's anything urgent. Dodgers, by the way, did win last night, 12-3. How about Dalton Rushing, 2 more home runs? How about Max Muncy on a tear?
The trade that you jumped at yesterday that I threw out, you want to do over on that one? I said if the Tigers called and said you can have Tarek Skubal, but we want Justin Robleski and Dalton Rushing, you said done.
Tougher call after last night, huh?
I still think I would do it, but you're right.
Robleski was excellent last night.
Now they got me thinking about it. Yeah. Robleski's ERA is like 2.
Oh, yeah. He is really, really good. Left-hander who can throw 100 miles an hour. All right, I see Mychal Thompson roaming around here. I got a question for you. What has J.J. Redick learned since last season? Not
to only play 5 guys in the second half.
Yes. We'll do that coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
And it is the 15-minute mark right here on 710 ESPN. On the all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
The 15-minute mark on 710. Fueled by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
In that time it took to hear your favorite takes, And all that fun and frivolity, you could be pulling out with a fresh oil change. No waiting, no appointment, just in and out in about 15 minutes. Bam! So you've got more time for what matters. Visit SoCalOilChange.com.
In just 15 minutes, you can boost your vehicle's performance and save money while doing it. Visit SoCalOilChange.com now for value pack coupons and keep your car and your wallet running strong.
The 15-minute mark on 710, made possible by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Time to bench those other hiring sites and let ZipRecruiter help you build a winning team. With ZipRecruiter, when you need the hire, you get the right fit for any role fast. That's because ZipRecruiter's smart matching technology starts showing your job to qualified candidates immediately. You can also apply filters and add screening questions to your job post to help you save time in scouting first-rate talent. With ZipRecruiter's advanced resume database, you can instantly unlock contact info from a roster of top candidates. That's why over 4.8 million businesses have trusted ZipRecruiter to hire, and check this out. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So, if you need to score the best, go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Sample the Sea at Pechanga Resort Casino's 6th annual Sushi and Sake Food Festival on Saturday, May 2nd. Enjoy a vibrant celebration filled with award-winning sake, a diverse selection of sushi, small bites, desserts, and live music. And there's a live auction. Event proceeds benefit Habitat for Humanity Inland Valley. General admission and VIP tickets available right now. Visit Pechanga.com for tickets and more information. Gather your friends. Let the party begin.
In the playoffs, performance isn't just expected, it's engineered. At Lexus Santa Monica, we play at that same championship level. Whether it's the precision of the RX or the pure power of the LC, every vehicle is a masterpiece of performance. Visit our historic showroom, a Santa Monica landmark, and experience a lineup that's as legendary as the game itself. See Matt Unger and the team to elevate your drive. Lexus Santa Monica. In Santa Monica, on Santa Monica. Experience amazing.
John Ireland here. You want a vodka that's championship caliber? Look for Blue Ice Vodka at Ralph's, America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce. Classic, huckleberry, or double espresso. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Progressive presents the Passionate Sports Fan Checklist. Signed jersey of your favorite bench warmer? Check. 14 bobbleheads that look nothing like the players they're emulating? Check. Twin TVs so you can watch the game on 2 different networks simultaneously? Check. Life-size wall sticker of your favorite player that routinely freaks you out at night? Check. A second life-size wall sticker so after the first one freaks you out, you see the second and you're like, oh right, the wall stickers. Check and mate. Bundle your renters and auto insurance with Progressive and save on protection for the things on your checklist. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations covered subject to policy terms.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
I'm a babyface and John's a heel.
John's not a heel.
Exactly.
John's the heel.
Mr. 1%'s a heel.
He's a heel.
Well, I'm Mr. 1% and I own it.
Back to Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Sound like LeBron.
I was trying to explain
Look who it is.
to Mychal that Mace hates Houston.
Why? Yes.
Mace, how would you summarize your feelings about Houston, Texas?
It is one long strip mall that smells like burning oil. That's what Houston is to me.
That's not incorrect in any way.
Yeah.
Not where we stay.
Oh, I'm sure not where you stay.
Well,
Yeah.
but matter of fact, Mace, I won't say the name of it because we would get in trouble.
Yeah, sure.
But the hotel we stay in Houston might be, it's either that or Miami, might be the nicest hotel in the
Is
league.
that right?
Right?
I think the amenities in Houston are nicer, but the location in Miami can't
Right.
top it.
That's a good way of putting it. But it is a hotel that is owned by the Rockets owner,
Oh,
Kevin
okay.
Fertitta, who I think right now is the ambassador to Italy.
Oh, is he really?
Is he?
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I think
that.
President Trump made him ambassador to Italy.
He was at the game, the last game.
Right.
You were in Houston.
Well, he's not in Italy all the time.
Yeah.
but,
Shouldn't
you
he
know,
be at some embassy
He
somewhere?
owns Mastro's.
Yeah, right.
He owns that hotel. He owns a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Where I'm taking Ireland and my brother and Trudell's for dinner on Saturday
very
night.
nice. Very nice.
We're going to enjoy a Game 3 victory.
Well, yeah, you do get a Mastro's dinner, Mace, if you hop on a plane. That
come on,
might
Mace.
actually be
That's
worth
true.
it.
Come on, only if you believe in us, though. After Game 1, you still have your doubts.
Well, here's the
I do.
worst.
I have doubts.
There was
Emily
false
says,
confidence.
Michael,
Yeah,
Emily
Em
says
keeps
even
saying
if
false
the
confidence.
Lakers win tonight, they'll lose the series.
Emily, now explain that.
I think that the game one was a vote of false confidence. I think it was luck that they won. It was shooting luck. It was they had the worst turnovers and rebounds than the Houston Rockets, and they still lost. I think it was more Houston had a bad game than the Lakers looked good. They looked bad.
Emily, have you ever heard of the you know who John Wooden is, right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever heard of his definition of luck?
Tell me.
When preparation meets opportunity. That's all the Lakers did. They prepared.
And the opportunity is Kevin Durant didn't play.
Hey,
Doesn't matter.
And I will say,
the moment I found out Durant wasn't playing, I'm like, oh, Lakers are going to win this.
And what if he plays tonight?
I think the odds tilt heavily towards Houston.
What if the Lakers take the ball out of his hands?
You mean double him up?
Double him every time he
which
gets
is
it.
what they did in one
In
of
Houston,
the.
right.
Then does not Şengün have a better night?
No, because DeAndre Ayton shut him down.
DeAndre Ayton definitely
That's
did.
right.
but I want to look at that each shot because it is DeAndre Ayton playing well, or did Şengün just shoot poorly?
Well,
okay, so do me a favor. During the next break, pull up every single shot that Şengün took and then get back to us.
Yeah.
Would
Okay.
you please?
I got it.
Because as what I have from NBA.com is that on possessions, on shots where Şengün was being covered by Ayton, Şengün was 4 of 11.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, he did well.
I think he did a really
By
good
the way,
job.
we just had some
defensively.
breaking news in the NBA. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
What happened?
so Billy Donovan
Yeah.
is stepping down in
yeah.
Chicago. And, Michael, I always think about how timing is such an important part of life. He was offered the North Carolina job.
Was he offered it?
Yeah, a month ago.
He didn't want it, right?
Because I think he thought he was coming back to the Bulls, and now he's leaving.
But he said that he was leaving rather than he got fired. It seemed like the Bulls wanted to keep him. He decided to step away.
Apparently what he didn't want to do, and this is why he walked away from Oklahoma City, is he doesn't want to be part of a rebuild. He
Right.
wants to compete.
Yeah.
So he might get another NBA job.
He hasn't been competing in the past couple of years.
Yeah, he
Well,
really has
I
not
think he would
competed.
tell
So
you
you're
the
saying that he
reason
wants-
is that the roster isn't any good,
So he wants Mark Daigneault's job on Mitch Johnson's job.
which he had. He had Mark Daigneault's job.
Yeah.
Right. He
And
just
he-
wants to
Yeah.
wants to come in after all the work's
Right.
done. Hey,
Yeah.
they built a really good team. I'll take that job.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah.
I think if we put Billy on a lie detector, he would say he knew Oklahoma City would be good in a couple of years, but he didn't want to have a couple of years of not competing.
Right.
And now Oklahoma City's the gold standard.
So he just wants it to be handed to him.
Yes, please.
He wants the Laker job.
Once-
Like the Lakers
Right.
never tank.
Once the roster is finished, once you put the finishing touches
Give me
on
a-
it, I would like your head
Yeah,
coaching job.
give me a call.
Yeah. ESPN LA live from Rams Block Party, Hollywood Park in Inglewood this Thursday and Friday, days 1 and 2 of the draft. Catch Mason in Ireland, me with Sua on Thursday, me with Marcus Grant on Friday. DeMarco Travis there both days, breaking down all the moves that the Rams make, plus enjoy the fanfare with rides and games and nonstop Rams vibes all weekend, benefiting the Rams Foundation. Just join us for the draft party only with ESPN LA, home of the Los Angeles Rams.
You know what my dream NBA Finals is? Not Lakers Celtics, but Lakers Atlanta. That way I'll be guaranteed to get my 14th ring.
Why? Oh, because your other son works for the
Oh,
Hawks.
that's
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Yeah.
You claim all the rings that your kids win, which is
Sure.
I thought
fascinating.
Michael was going to surprise and say, and that way I get to go to Magic City, which isn't really
Oh,
like
yeah,
Michael.
Yeah, lemon
Yeah,
pepper.
you've probably never even been, have you?
I would go for the wings, but I'd only go with Lou Williams.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need somebody with
He
experience.
knows his way around Magic
He
City,
knows
from
the
what I
menu.
understand. Yes, he knows the menu well.
Yeah.
Well.
All right, so let me ask you guys something about that Knick game last night.
Oh, that was a great game.
Killer game. Atlanta showed up big late in the fourth.
How about that choke job by C.J. McCollum at the line, though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I you know what?
Rick.
I had my phone in my hand to text you to say they better foul.
Yep.
Atlanta better foul. And not only did he miss one, he missed
Missed both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they didn't need to. But here's my question, Michael. It was obvious, and they admitted it after the game, that the Hawks were targeting Jalen Brunson
Yes.
defensively.
Yes, they should.
Yeah.
They better.
If the Knicks are ahead, and last night they were ahead by 14 with about 8 minutes to go, could Mike Brown get away with taking Jalen out?
Oh, no. You can't do that. Somebody has to step up to get the ball out of his hands. Then Josh Hart or Karl Towns have got to step up in his place. But that's the right strategy. You cannot let Jalen Brunson beat you.
No,
you
I'm talking about the other way. I'm talking about
he's
when
talking about pulling him
Brunson's
from the floor.
on defense, he's a liability.
Oh, no, you can't do that because the play goes and he's not in the game. You got to have him in the game. You
lose a possession potentially if you take it back to the other end of the
you
court.
can't do
You've
that.
lost Jalen Brunson.
After the game, they asked C.J. McCollum, were you targeting Brunson? And his answer was, what do you think?
Of course, but then you got to – but switch. Make somebody else guard C.J.
Yeah.
That
but
was crazy.
CJ had it rolling.
I still think the Knicks win that series.
I do too.
Yeah, I think they win the series.
No, I don't think so.
You don't? You think Atlanta wins the series?
Because the Knicks don't play smart basketball. Karl Towns didn't touch the ball in the last 4 minutes of the game. How does that happen?
Yeah.
That's just how Mike Brown sitting over there with that dumb expression on his face.
Wow.
Put the ball in Karl Towns' hands if they're taking the ball away from Jalen Brunson.
So let me ask you what I asked you going into the break there. How is JJ a different coach now than he was a year ago?
Well, he just has more experience. I don't think he would, Michael, play 5 guys the entire second half anymore. Do you?
If it's working, not the whole second. I did it in the fourth quarter.
I thought it was the whole second half.
The whole second half.
Was that the whole second half?
Game 5 against Minnesota. I thought he played him the whole second half.
No, he won't do that. Not the whole half. No, he wouldn't do that.
No, he trusts. I think he, like, for example, last year he wouldn't play Jared Vanderbilt. Jared Vanderbilt played the other night, obviously critical defensively. I think he is finding a way to use multiple guys, give him multiple looks. We're never going to be in a situation where he runs with 5 guys the entire half. And I guess he's got a little more depth this year.
He's got a lot more depth this year. And then when Luka and Austin gets back for the Oklahoma series, they'll have even more. Yes,
right.
That's right, because they're going to beat Houston, Mace, unlike you. And by the way, when they beat Houston, don't come to the Oklahoma series. We don't want to see you there, Mr. Doubter.
Well,
they're going to lose that too. You know that, right?
I mean, that one.
Wait a minute, you don't even have them making it to that.
If
series.
they make it to the Thunder, they're definitely not beating the
course
Thunder.
I don't like our chances against the Thunder.
That.
I think this is a series they can win. I don't think the Thunder is a series.
But if they get of little faith.
But you know what? If they get Luka and Austin back at full strength.
Oh yeah, no. If
right.
Yeah.
But they've got to be at full strength. No question about it.
All right, coming up next for you, the Portland Trailblazers, your old team, Michael.
Did you read that article?
The owner is doing some amazing stuff.
Donald Sterling returned.
Amazingly
how did the NBA
awful
let
stuff.
this guy buy
All right, we'll
team?
save
That's what I said, Ireland.
Yeah, we'll do it coming up
That's
next.
what I wondered.
Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
And the one and only Rich Eisen talks to who we believe is going to be the number 1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza.
To play on a team that Tom Brady is part of running.
It would mean the world. Tom Brady, I'm sure he stated that he's going to pour into whatever quarterback they take or any quarterback they sign, like Kirk Cousins, and have the opportunity to be great if I get selected by the Raiders.
Each weekday morning at 9 a.m.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Hey LA, it's Bethel Durant. Head to Northridge Toyota and Wondering Toyota today and drive off in a brand new, beautiful 2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 for just $209 a month on a 36-month lease. $209 for a Tacoma? You already know it's got to be Northridge and Wondering Toyota. Any trade you own outright is your down payment. It's a limited time offer. Nobody's going to take care of you like my guys at Wondries and Northridge Toyota.
2026 Toyota Tacoma SR5 I-Force 2.4-cylinder turbo 5-foot bed, double cab 4x2 RWD model. MSRP $40,628. Lease 10,000 miles per year and excludes tax, title, license, and dollar fees.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. Is it time to sell your home? Whether you're downsizing, moving, or inheriting a property, call Seller's Advantage. With decades of experience, they offer custom cash solutions and can close in days. No repairs, no hassle, just a great offer that gives you peace of mind. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com. Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, the Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Men. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out the Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio.
We talked about it, about switching Mason Ireland to Ireland and Mason.
Oh, my God, that just wouldn't
And
even sound
Mason
right.
lost his mind.
Oh, yeah,
no, that's why I made $1 more than he did.
He makes $1 more than me.
We negotiated that 30 years ago.
Yeah, and it's worth it every single year.
Mason and Ireland, right now.
Hey, this guy, Tom Dundon, had $4.2 billion sitting around, $4.25 billion.
This is the guy who bought the Blazers?
To buy the Portland Trail Blazers, and now he is slashing budgets. He is creating all kinds. The staff now required to check out of hotels by 12:30 because they don't want to avoid late fees. The team masseuse was
By the way,
denied a
let's
room
stop.
for pregame treatment.
Okay, let's stop at the first one,
Okay.
first of all. Because Michael and I spend 100 nights a year in hotels. Michael, what would we do if they said to us, you have to, that game on Thursday night or on Friday night that we're doing in Houston is at 8:30 at night. What if they said to us, hey, Ireland, Thompson, you got to be out by noon? What would we do?
We'd have no choice but to go down to the lobby and grab our mobile devices and just scroll the rest of the day.
You'd have like 40 people sitting in the
scrolling.
lobby.
Yeah.
Day of scrolling.
That's crazy.
The free T-shirts for fans at Game 3 have been canceled. Just canceled.
Because they don't want to pay for them.
Don't want to pay for them.
Yeah.
Wow.
Bill Simmons suggested, because it's apparently been done before, what if he were to sell his, and there's no reports of this happening, but you can sell a first-round pick for cash. If you are super cheap, you can sell your pick for straight-up cash.
Does the NBA allow that?
Yeah, NBA does allow it, and it's happened in the past. It's hard to imagine somebody dropping that kind of money and then not having the money to be able to maintain and operate a first-class organization.
And they had a kind of a breakthrough season.
Yeah.
And believe me, in the NBA, word spreads. If you have an owner who's that cheap, he'll never sign a free agent to go there.
Yeah.
So I don't wanna
And
be-
he's lowballing all their coaches because they have to obviously replace Chauncey Billups, and they're probably not going to keep this guy, so they're lowballing coaches. He's trying to get like under $1.5 million for their coach.
Can you imagine? That's like a quarter of the going rate.
It's like a coach of the year candidate
Plus,
this
you
year.
probably could get him for cheap.
He
'cause this
probably
is,
could
yeah.
because it's his first job.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, does he want to come back and coach again if this guy's so cheap?
Yeah, I mean, Thiago's.
He
Look,
would.
there are only several of these jobs.
Yeah, he would
in the
sign a
entire
short term.
world.
He would sign like a 2-year deal, 3-year deal. So if he keeps being successful, he can go back in.
Well, you know, the Angels did this. Artie Moreno
1
only
year.
gave Kurt Suzuki a 1-year deal because he thinks there's going to be a lockout.
Yeah,
And there is. He just doesn't want to pay him into the lockout, right?
Yeah, it's sure is what it sounds like.
They also didn't take their two-way players, which the article that I was talking about, it said that every other away team this past in the past series on this weekend took their two-way players as a like a team bonding. They know that they're not going to play. They can't play.
So if you're Adam Silver, the commissioner, and you know how the NBA does everything first class, doesn't he get on the phone to this guy and says, hey, you may get away with it in the NHL, but that's the way he treats his Carolina
But it's
Hurricanes.
too late now. They
Too
already
late,
let
yes.
him
And
buy
they already
the
let him
team.
into the club.
Why would you let a cheapskate like this buy an NBA franchise?
Why didn't they look? You said he did the same thing at Carolina with the
Yeah.
Hurricanes.
I mean,
Why
there
didn't
it
they
is.
look at the Hurricanes and say, geez, look at this guy. He's got a terrible track record.
Yeah, but if you're the commissioner, you got to tell him, listen, we do things to the first class standards here in the NBA. We don't do this.
But there should have been more vetting here.
Yeah.
I mean, if this
But
guy
can't he do whatever he wants his own team? You know, it is his property.
Yep.
He can do whatever he wants. You guys have been saying that about owners all the time.
And they're not going to get it away from him.
All right, Michael, I said something about you before you came in, and I want to see if you agree with it. I think you have a blind spot when it comes to today's NBA players.
How so?
The other night you said you are 100% convinced Durant's going to play tonight.
Right. After I heard he had a sore knee.
Right. Players today aren't like when you played. When you played, a sore knee isn't keeping anybody out.
No.
But today, it keeps almost everybody out. You know that. These guys don't have – there's no AC Greens. Mychal Bridges might be the exception.
Yeah.
But
let me see. Who else?
I mean, like, we were spoiled because Kobe played
Jake
through everything.
LaRavia is the Iron Man for the Lakers, 82 games.
But you know what I'm saying? Do you admit that today's players look at injuries different than when you played?
Oh, yeah, the majority of them. You have a couple of stragglers who wants to play every game. But you're right. The majority of them, they baby themselves.
So I think there's a chance Durant doesn't play tonight.
I can't imagine that. I can't imagine.
Why are you saying it's a baby?
Kobe sitting out because he's got a sore knee.
Well, I mean,
it's not your knee, Michael.
Huh?
It's not your knee.
Well,
Why do you think he's a baby?
Emily, I'm going to tell you Pat Riley's story. Okay?
Yep.
Pat Riley one time, Michael's probably heard this story. Pat Riley one time walked into the locker room and looked at a guy, and he was in street clothes, and he said, "You're not playing?" He goes, "Yeah, I don't think I can go, Coach. The trainer didn't clear me." And he goes, "Let me ask you a question. Could you play 10 minutes? Like, if I don't play you any more than 10 minutes, could you play 10 minutes in a 48-minute game?" And the player goes, "I don't know, Coach, probably, I guess." He goes, "Then why aren't you dressed?" That's the point.
So you don't listen to your doctors?
If you can help.
Don't listen to your trainers.
Emily's got a sore knee. Nothing's torn. Nothing's broken.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Dr. Clapper in about half an hour here.
Yeah.
If the word is that it's simply pain tolerance and he can't injure it any more than he already has, I don't understand why he wouldn't at least get dressed.
Even if he's 70%, he's still Kevin Durant. You got to honor him on the floor. He can still stand still and shoot like crazy.
Right. Hey, real quick, top athletes, big moments one night. The OC Sports Awards, June 18, Angel Stadium, hosted by the Travis Rogers. Celebrate greatness. Be part of Orange County's premier sports night. Get your tickets now at the ocsportsawards.org. I want to mention Wemby. I watched an interview with Wemby after he won Defensive Player of the Year.
We should suspend him. It's not fair. He should not be in this league.
Because he's got too big an advantage? Yes.
But he's not of this earth.
But he's got a tenacity about him,
I
too.
know.
And by the way,
That's
the
the best
interview,
part about his game.
He's such a charming guy in interviews. Like, he won the award for player who has dealt best with the media. I mean, he is the full package.
He's the face of the league already.
Face
he is
of
the
the
face
league.
of the league.
The two best shows in sports are Wemby and Shohei.
Yeah, no question.
That's it.
All right, we're going to do some icebreakers coming up next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. A little rain out there, John. You know what that means.
That means there's going to be accidents.
Yeah.
And that means you got to have Jacob and Ronnie's phone number saved in your phone. And Mace, that phone number is
800-345-6789.
So if you can count from 3 to 9, you can remember that number. 800-345-6789. You have actually done this.
I have. And if you are involved in any kind of accident, like today, especially, freeways are wet and people are sliding around and all that kind of stuff, you got to call from the scene of the accident. Get started right away. Let Jacob guide you through the entire process. If you call from the car after the accident, he'll tell you how to take the pictures, what to say, what not to say, how to deal with the insurance company, all that stuff. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Purple and gold playoff energy.
The playoffs roll on, and the intensity is rising.
Stolen by LeBron. LeBron on a breakaway. Slam dunk.
The Los Angeles Lakers return to the court for Game 2 against the Houston Rockets at Crypto.com Arena. Every possession matters. Every moment counts. It's Lakers-Rockets Game 2. Pregame starts tonight at 6 p.m.
The Lakers postseason push happens right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Pizza Hut is bringing the heat with their new hand-tossed crust. Crispy and golden on the outside, soft and fluffy on the inside, finished with buttery garlic parm seasoning in every bite. And right now, grab a large pizza with any 3 toppings for just $11.99, delivery or carryout. When you're hungry for big flavor, keep the Pizza Hut coming with the $11.99 large 3-topping deal. Order now at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app.
Limited time offer. Additional charges for extra cheese and toppings, stuffed crust, and original pan.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Oh, it's Icebreakers time. Oh, right. That's right. The big voice guy.
Listen to Mason and Ireland. Weekdays noon to 3 on ESPN LA.
Exactly right. Time for Icebreakers on Mason and Ireland. Icebreakers made possible by Blue Ice Vodka. Your fit-friendly vodka. With no sugar added, 64 calories an ounce, and keto-friendly. Let's do it. Icebreakers. Presented by Blue Ice Vodka on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, producer Emily.
Hey, look, it's Pepe Mantilla in the house. Pepe, what's going on, man?
How you doing, guys?
Pepe, we have a couple of non-believers among us.
Oh, they're the worst.
Mace and Emily think the Lakers are going down to the Rockets. Would you set them straight, please?
Well, yesterday I was going to send a message to Steve Mason.
But you know I wouldn't respond to your text, so why send it to me?
Since he's always complaining about that.
Oh, my God, I get random text messages.
That's not true. That is a lie.
You should send him a letter next time.
Yeah, mail me a letter.
We would never lie.
Mail me a letter. I'll give you an address.
But I was going to say that you're a very wishy-washy guy.
In what way?
And the way that you were saying, oh, if I had known.
Wait a minute.
If I had known.
He's not wrong. You've already said you picked the Rockets to win the series unless the Lakers win tonight.
Wait a minute.
And then you're switching to the
Lakers.
Lakers.
But it all comes down to Durant, if Durant plays or not. That's what it comes down
to.
If I would have known Durant was going to play on Saturday, Saturday, I would have picked the Lakers to win that game.
John, what is the term that they give to the people that report on Monday? What happens on
Monday
Sunday?
morning quarterbacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's him.
That is me. I absolutely am.
That is his job.
Especially during football season.
No, that's not his job because
we
he was putting down the Lakers.
Okay, we have something more important to discuss. Mason, in the first 3 months of the year, has made a roaring comeback in Icebreakers to take the crown away from me in 2 of the 3 months. So I've gone on a mission. I am going to beat him like a drum.
He is burying me.
So I am so far ahead of him, he can't catch me in the final week.
What
Emily,
is
what is the current Ireland versus Mason score in Icebreakers?
Mason -1, and John 54.
54.
So I'm beating him 50.
Who's behind John?
The others
closest
collectively
one
is 17.
Is everybody else. So
others,
you can catch up, but I'm scared that Mace is going to make another one of those comebacks.
Nah.
So I've
lost my touch after winning 2 months this year. I've lost my touch.
I'm not only running up the score, but I'm admitting I'm running it up before I run it up.
And you know what? And it's not the worst thing in the world because
I have
you
to
will
start
set
that
the
big in the
point
hole.
spread for next month.
I don't
Here
care.
we go.
All right, here we go.
10 points. I was born in Japan in 1972. My dad was a Marine stationed in Japan.
Ireland.
Go ahead.
Dave Roberts.
It is correct.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Man, that was so
yeah.
easy.
So
You
now
got
I got
it.
him 64 to -1.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Come on, Mace, you could have gotten that too. Okay.
Wait a minute.
that one as well
Normally
there.
it takes if I'd been given a second clue, I think I would have got second clue.
It's actually more difficult.
Is
On
it?
May 3rd, 1986, I won the 100-meter dash among boys born in
I knew it
1972.
from the first one.
Why didn't you speak up?
Because I was taking my jacket off. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
What
you
was
guys
his
all
jacket?
had the same amount of
No,
opportunity
wait.
as Ireland.
He was born in Okinawa.
Yeah, he was born
That
in
is in
Okinawa.
Japan.
That is in Japan.
I know, but I knew about him.
Oh, so should I have written
yeah.
Okinawa because then Pepe would get it?
By the way, Okinawa,
No, I
I
knew
would
it.
have gotten it right away.
I knew
okay.
it. I knew it.
What are the rest of the clues?
Who brings us? Oh, you want the rest? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I won a CIF title as a football player with Rancho Buena Vista High School. In 2010, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. After receiving treatments for lymphoma, I reported that I received a clean bill of health on June 2011. I was drafted by the Detroit Tigers in the 28th round of the MLB draft, and I began my career on the Jamestown Jammers minor league baseball team. And then I was the manager of the San Diego Padres for one game. And then I was a walk-on for UCLA baseball.
Yep.
And then my most famous moment as an MLB player was a stolen base. And then the rest is I'm the manager of the Dodgers.
And I'm going to tell you something. What is his number?
30.
I don't know.
30.
Yeah.
You know why he wears 30?
Maury Wills.
Maury Wills, because Maury Wills was his coach because he was a running.
Yes,
runner.
right. Base
So Maury Wills was his coach.
Well, I wonder, I knowing Dave, I bet you he asked Maury before he wore
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Is that number retired by the Dodgers?
I don't think
No,
so
it's
because
not.
Maury's not in the Hall of Fame.
I always thought
No,
Maury
he's not.
should be
Maury,
in the Hall of Fame.
he's not.
He should be in the Hall
He
of Fame.
should be.
All those stolen bases, he was an MVP in 60.
Only once, though, right?
One-time MVP.
He won 3.
But, I mean, he was the Dodgers offense.
Yeah.
in the
Series said
60s.
he went 3.
3.
In 63, when they won it, he was the best player on that team.
Yeah.
He was
Well,
really good.
stole
really
back.
good.
Yeah, the famous story is when Don Drysdale went to the White. Was it Don Drysdale was at the White House? I
can't remember.
Don Drysdale's at the White House, and somebody said Sandy Koufax threw a no-hitter, and Don Drysdale said their offense was so bad. He said, "Did we win?"
Yeah.
All right, Blue Ice Vodka brings you icebreakers every day. America's largest potato vodka, double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, made from Idaho potatoes, clean with no additives. Blue Ice Vodka, premium taste, and nothing extra.
Can I present something to Pepe? since
Sure,
he's here?
present away. Oh, you're a physical
Wait,
presentation.
you're gonna
of
give him a
something.
gift?
A gift.
Not from me. 'cause
Okay.
I wouldn't give him nothing except grief.
Yep.
This is from Julie.
Plenty of that on the way, by the way.
Oh,
Thank
that's
you.
that's the playbill for
Thank you. This is nice.
Moulin Rouge.
Wow.
For Moulin
Describe
Rouge.
to the listeners what you're getting, Pepe.
I'm getting the playbill for Moulin Rouge.
Show it to
one,
the camera
and
like
it-
an influencer.
Yeah.
the one
Did,
in.
did Julie see
in
Megan Thee
Broadway.
Stallion in it?
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
nice.
Oh, Julie went.
Yeah. And
And a
What'd
t-shirt.
she have to say about it?
she's brilliant.
I'm sure she's amazing.
Yeah, she's
It's a
really.
great part.
Oh, look how good she looks.
Wow.
Oh,
Wait, can
yeah.
the camera see it?
Show him the socks,
Wow,
Pepe.
this is so nice.
Yeah.
Can
This
that
is really,
fit you?
Really
Well,
nice.
as skinny as you are now, it probably can fit you.
Yeah, the new Pepe Mantilla, it'll
Lost, like,
fit.
you
Yeah.
lost
Thank
50
you,
pounds.
thank you, Julie. Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you very
Yeah,
much.
boy,
This
Megan
is
looks
nice.
great in
Yeah,
that,
she looks
on that
terrific.
shirt.
Can I bring up something,
little
guys?
too risque.
Yes, Emily, go ahead.
A little too risque for
Oh,
me.
come on, Michael.
We're gonna get off of Megan being risque. So, you know, I know how when we won the Defensive Player of the Year, we call him an alien. So for the game one for the Lakers, they had on the court, at least on the broadcast, the Odyssey on the court. So LeBron is doing commercials for the Odyssey,
The
pushing
movie,
that
The Odyssey, coming out.
that's
in
coming out
July.
in July.
I wouldn't miss it.
So there's now been a new ad for this movie called Disclosure Day. It's a Steven Spielberg,
right?
Steven
Yes.
Spielberg, yeah.
It's about aliens or extra life forms.
Emily Blunt, I think, might be in that.
Yeah,
She is.
Yeah.
So I want you all to guess who they got to be in the ad.
So
Wemby.
It's not Wemby, and it should have been Wemby. Who you guys
it's
think?
not Shohei.
No.
Also an alien.
Disclosure Day. So it's
Disclosure
got to be
Day.
somebody that you think
But
might.
it's got to be
I will
like
give
an
you
alien.
a million guesses, and you'll never get it.
Oh, okay.
Is it an athlete?
It's an
Dennis
athlete,
Rodman.
but it's Jalen
Oh.
Brown.
Looks like it.
Jalen Brown.
They chose Jalen Brown to be the alien in this ad when they had Victor Wembanyama right there.
Right.
What are they
right.
doing?
That's-
Unless Wemby turned it down.
yeah, could.
Or
Yeah,
the, or-
that trailer's super creepy. It's where Emily Blunt stands there. She's doing the weather, and all of a sudden she starts going. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
I love
Sam
those
Cassell
movies.
could have done it.
Sam Cassell would be a good one. Yeah, Sam Cassell would be an excellent choice.
or Pippen.
Oh, Pippen, yeah.
Oh, sure.
That's right.
Why not? Why not?
He's got some unique features.
Pepe, how are you feeling about tonight? How are you feeling about tonight? Does this feel like a win to you?
Durant's back. Let's say Durant's back.
Let's say KD's back.
I think the Lakers can win.
How?
I think they can.
Tell him how, even with KD in the lineup. Tell him how.
They're going to have to play defense and play better than what they played the last time because the last game wasn't a pretty game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And they start shooting and they start feeding
But I thought they shut
Ayton.
down Şengün.
If they give the ball to Ayton and Ayton realizes how big and how important he is for the team. The Lakers win.
I told him. He'll listen to me.
By the way, this version of Ayton is kind of the version of Ayton that we signed up for.
I told you.
The last few games. Well, you told me, but you told me even when it wasn't going well, you told me. Because he's been up and down all season long.
They got to feed him, Mace. If they give him the ball, he'll produce.
Yeah.
And then it's going to open room for Kennard to shoot.
I actually have a different view of tonight. Obviously, LeBron, the supercomputer, decided that that distributing the basketball was going to be critical, especially in that fourth quarter. I think LeBron's going to score big tonight. I think LeBron is going to have a big scoring night. This is a 30-plus night for LeBron.
Especially if KD's in the game.
Yeah.
A little competition.
Going to need to do a little back and forth there. And I do think that,
Not really, Mace, because if let's say he gets 18. If Ayton gets 20, Rui gets 18. Who else is that? Luke Kennard gets 20 again. That'll be enough.
Yeah. I just think LeBron is due to go off.
But I feel like if LeBron goes off, that means that he feels like he needs to take over everything, which I think is not the recipe necessarily for success.
Exactly.
Like, I think LeBron gets 30. I don't think that's actually necessarily good for the Lakers.
Yeah, I think he can take on one of these games. I think there can be one LeBron takeover in this series.
Who's going to be the defender against Durant?
Marcus Smart will start off on him. He gets underneath him and tries to bother his center of gravity and everything. So he tries to be a pest around him.
And Michael made a really good point about Durant one year when we were doing the games. You can't really block his shot because he's 7 feet tall and he releases above his head.
Yeah.
So you just need somebody that's going to get into his chest.
But they did have luck double teaming him in one of those games at the baseball series. And
Shengun was in the game. So, but even though Shengun's on the floor, if Durant's playing, take the ball out of his hands. You can't let Kevin Durant beat you.
That's right. And the way to defend him is with a double.
Yep.
But don't wait until he puts the ball on top.
Yeah.
You have to get it when he's going to bounce the ball.
Sure.
So I know we got Sports Creek coming up, but Mike Vrabel came out from the darkness today, right? Like he has made zero comments about this Diana Rossini story. But today, it was the day before the draft, and he had to talk, and here's how Vrabel handled it.
I've had some difficult conversations with people that I care about, with my family, the organization, the coaches, the players. Those have been positive and productive. We believe in order to be successful on and off the field, you have to make good decisions. That includes me. That starts with me. We never want our actions to negatively affect the team. We never want to be the cause of a distraction. Those are comments and questions that I've answered for the team and with the team. We'll keep those private and to ourselves. Care deeply about this football team and excited to coach them. I also know that I'm going to attack each day with humility and focus. And what I can promise you is that my family, this organization, the team, the staff, the coaches, everybody, our fans, most importantly, will get the best version of me going forward.
All right, so if you're in that press conference and they let you ask a question, what do you ask?
Probably nothing about this. It's none of our business.
Well, it does kind of fall into the I don't want to get into your personal life position. But I would say, how do you feel about Diana Rossini stepping down at the Athletic?
That's where I would go to. I would say, Mike, there is a double standard here. You are continuing to coach the team. She's out of a job. How is that fair?
Right.
And see what he says.
I mean, they didn't break the law.
No, they did not.
No,
they did
so
not.
I don't think she should have been fired.
No.
I don't think we should be digging into his personal life.
I don't know if she was fired or took another. I have a feeling she took another job, pushed her out.
You feel weird digging into his personal life?
Yeah, but here's the thing.
The way I asked it, I think, is okay. How do you feel about Diana Rossini? Because she was the other person involved in this incident, not being in a job.
Do you think the way he handled it makes the story go away? It might. It might.
It's such a generic answer that I think it's okay. And there are kind of multiple things going on here. First of all, I don't care what's going on between Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini. That is their business. Were they? Weren't they? I have no idea, and I don't want to speculate. But
why would you ask him the question about him?
Because she did lose her job over this incident. So to me, they obviously have a relationship of some kind, friendship or otherwise. She's out of a job. How do you feel about that?
The other way you could ask it is, and this would put Vrabel in a weird spot, but you could say, Mike, if a player did exactly what you did, would he still be on the team?
Yes. And the answer is yes.
Yeah.
Right.
If
So why? So he'll say, yeah, I think so. Then you say, then why is she out of a job?
That's not. He said that's somebody else's
yeah,
decision.
I mean, honestly, she did resign her position. I don't know if she was going to be fired or not. Her contract was up on June the 30th, but I don't know if she was going to be fired or not.
I think nowadays, world has changed so much that, especially if you're a personality, you have to be really careful because you don't have privacy.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah, everybody's got a phone in their
There's no
pocket.
assumption of privacy anymore.
And thanks to TMC, you better watch out.
Right. And by the way, there's no assumption of privacy anywhere. You see these ring cams
Doorbells,
on every door and everything. You know, it's funny. I watch the Channel 7, not the Channel 7 news, but the David Muir news every night. And every night there's
Still Channel 7.
There's some plane that happened to be caught on ring cam. There's like video on everything anymore. We're turning into London where every inch of the city is on camera.
The only place you expect privacy is where.
Yes.
In your house. That's it.
Not only that.
And even then, Alexa's listening.
Yeah, right. True.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Not only that, like, and this is really sad. Sometimes something happened that is really bad, and then what you see in the video is people using their phones to record instead of helping.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want this on video because I want to be able to sell this or have this or whatever that is. All right, let's do some sports graffiti. So there's so much going on. Obviously, Lakers-Rockets Game 2 is tonight at Crypto. We don't know if Kevin Durant is going to play or not. How do you feel like this game goes? Is this a winnable game for the Lakers with or without Durant? 877-710 ESPN. Roki Sasaki not being moved to the bullpen. Despite the fact that Edwin Diaz is having surgery and will be gone for 3 months. The Dodgers insist that he's going to stay in the starting rotation, so they'll go with some combination of Tanner Scott, Alex Vesia, Blake Trinan to close until somebody settles into that job. 877-710 ESPN. 877-710 ESPN. Your calls coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, National University is one of our favorite partners. You hear me talking about them all the time. It is a nonprofit university that offers more than 150 degree programs and certificates with flexible 4 or 8 week online courses designed to fit your life. Now, I always mention when I'm talking about National that they have scholarships. Here's one you can apply for right now. The Believe and Succeed Scholarship. It awards up to $6,000 annually toward an industry current bachelor's or master's degree. Plus, you'll get the support you need to finish strong, free tutoring, career counseling, and resources to help you stay on track. Here's how you apply. You go to their website, nu.edu. nu.edu. As a matter of fact, if you have any questions about National University and how it might work for you, go to that website, nu.edu. You need to apply for that scholarship by July 31st. Terms and conditions apply, but National University operates to help people they call Anders. Maybe you have a family and you have a job and you want to get a degree. They get it. Check them out today. nu.edu, National University.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. And the one and only Rich Eisen talks to who we believe is going to be the number 1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous-sighted? That's a word my wife and I use with our kids, nervous, excited. What are you feeling right now?
I don't know. Is that word in Webster's dictionary? I'm not sure, but I want to start using that.
Please.
It's going to be an opportunity and start of a new journey. It's a celebration, but it's a celebration of a start. And I'm really excited to get started on this new journey. And the realization has hit me, especially when I'm on the top 30 visits, where, okay, you're going to be in these NFL facilities in the next 2 weeks. So get ready to rock and roll. You're going to be an NFL player. And so I'm ready for the opportunity. I'm nervous-sighted. Can't wait to get started.
You just used it in a sentence. You took it for a spin.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. The Rich Eisen Show on LA's mega sports station, ESPN.
ESPN LA.
Hey, Ty Pennington here, back teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away another brand new house.
Imagine yourself in an amazing, fully furnished, multi-million-dollar home in beautiful Orange County. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. It's that easy. Visit Pechanga every Saturday to activate your entries for a chance to win a lucky key to the May 30th grand finale. I'll see you there.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. When it comes to cancer, early detection saves lives. Our friends at Providence remind you that many cancers start with no symptoms, but catching them early can lead to more treatment options and better outcomes. Providence brings together the best minds in cancer care, keeping you in the game with trusted, compassionate support. Take control of your health. Learn more at providence.org/cancer. Providence.org/cancer. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
The home of USC football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
And it is 1 o'clock in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland. And you know it's time for Sports Graffiti on Mason and Ireland. This is where you call in and talk to the fellas.
877-710-ESPN.
That's right, that number is back. It's not a mistake. Big voice guy, do it one more time.
877-710-ESPN.
You get to talk to Mason and Ireland during Sports Graffiti, and we know everybody loves Mason and Ireland.
Rick Vega, I'm the reigning champ of the Mason and Ireland Poker Invitational.
Gregory Mendez, Port Hueneme, California.
Why do you want Mason and Ireland?
Why I love them because they're there every day for me. They're consistently giving out some funny takes, being goofy, and to be honest, we need it in a time like this, so I love it.
Let's do it. Sports Graffiti time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go to Sports Graffiti time. Mychal, Pepe here. It's game 2 tonight at Crypto.com Arena. Let's go to Carl in Marina Del Rey. Carl, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Thank you for taking my call. Long-time listener.
Thank you, Carl.
Going to the game tonight. And first of all, I'm going to wave at Pepe. I want to make sure he knows I'm waving at him.
I don't believe it until I see it.
Very nice, Carl.
What section are you sitting in? We'll look for you.
What section are you in, Carl?
I'm not sure yet, but
Okay.
I'll find him.
Okay.
Second thing is, what do you think about, the Lakers, we talked about we just need to extend the series, but what do you think about putting, for the rebounding problem that we have, putting the Twin Towers out there at times? Hayes and DeAndre.
All right.
I
At the same time.
don't know who the second tower would guard. Because, Michael, if they try and have him guard Jabari Smith, he'll just take him out to the three-point line.
Tough matchup for him.
Amen Thompson's way too quick.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't think you can out-rebound Houston.
Yeah,
this
they're
is
the
just
best
what,
rebounding
this is
team
just
in the
what
league.
they do really well. You've got to overcome it. Let's go to Johnny in Dallas. Hey, Johnny, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Great. What's up?
Good. Just had a couple of questions. First is, what do y'all think about the hiring of Ryan Cantor as a VP for Global Partners? And didn't the Lakers already have like a massive global following? So can you maybe go into that position hiring? Is that just the new ownership kind of, putting their foot
I think
or
the front
stamp
office
on
is
their
going to
winning?
get bigger.
Yes.
They brought this guy over from the Clippers. But I think, Mace, that what you'll find is if you look at the Dodgers, they have like a ridiculous big front office with a lot of levels. I think that's probably what's coming.
Yeah.
I think
and they added Ryan Cantor, Vice President of Global Partnerships, yesterday.
Right.
And I think this is
you'll see
continuing
more,
to build out the front office.
It's more about not replacing people, but adding.
Yeah, and by the way, as much money as you make, as the Dodgers prove, you can always make more. Let's go to Cameron in Lake Forest. Cameron, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I was watching the Knicks game. I see Spike Lee. So for the Lakers, who is their Spike Lee? It used to be Jackie Nicholson, but he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
You need someone like him.
Well, the most famous person who's at every game is Diane Cannon.
Yeah, I see Diane in shots. Diane sits sort of back.
She sits right next to the Laker bench on the baseline.
On the baseline, exactly. Yeah, I see her. She's been there for years and years.
Andy Garcia is at most games.
But he doesn't sit courtside, so people don't generally see him.
Right. Lou Adler sits next to where Jack used to
What
sit.
about Denzel? I see him there a lot.
How about Flea?
Flea is a good one.
Flea sits over by Jimmy Goldstein.
Yeah, he's energetic.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's a good one. Let's go to Steven in Thousand Oaks. Hey, Steven, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man? Steven. Moving on. 877-710-ESPN. Let's go to Rich in Downey. Rich, you're on Sports Graffiti. What are you doing, man?
What's up, fellas? And first of all, go Lakers. Quick question, fun thing for the dunk contest. What do you think about the idea of dunkers versus shot blockers? The funnest thing in the game is when you see somebody get dunked on. What about a team of dunkers versus a team of shot blockers?
Will it get somebody hurt?
Yeah, I was going to say,
If
the shot blockers know that he's trying to dunk, that takes kind of the mystery out of it.
It does. He's gone to the rack.
Yeah, you want somebody to get hurt.
Mychal and I have solved the dunk contest.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, you will let people from around the globe who are YouTube dunkers into the dunk contest, and you won't believe how many people would get into it.
But then I just watch it on YouTube. I don't need to see it at the NBA All-Star game.
Come on, Emily.
Oh, M.
Why, if it has no connection to the NBA, why would it be at the NBA All-Star
All right, let me
game?
ask you a question. Why can't you just watch Shohei on YouTube?
Oh, why can't you just watch Taylor Swift on YouTube? Why do you go to the concert?
Yeah.
I just think that Emily, am not tuning in to see YouTube number 675 do a dunk.
You know, YouTube 675 is probably more famous than Mac McClung.
And I do understand that. And I also think the dunk contest is stupid.
Yeah. All right, there you have it.
It hasn't been good in a long time.
Yeah, it's stupid because nobody. But Wemby says he's going to do it.
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
You tune in to see that, right, Emily?
Probably not.
When-
but okay.
Wemby in the slam dunk
You wouldn't
contest?
Because it's not real basketball. It's not real competition. Therefore, I'm not really that interested in it.
So you didn't watch the home run derby?
I only did it for work obligations.
So you don't like the home run derby either?
No, I think it's actually kind of lame and goes too long and is just.
How do you feel about Santa, the Easter Bunny? Where do you stand on that?
Well, they are real. To all the kids listening.
Let's go to Rodney in Bellflower. Rodney, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's happening, Rodney?
Hey, guys, long-time listener. Great to have you finally on the air. Finally got through. So I don't know if we're still talking about the NBA expansion team name, but I had a great one. I haven't heard anyone say this yet. The Las Vegas Flush.
The Flush is actually pretty good.
Hate that.
That's pretty good.
No.
The Flush.
What does the Flush remind you of?
Yeah, that's true. It reminds me of Steve Ballmer.
Toilet.
Yeah,
right.
but Michael,
Oh, can you imagine
I
that?
got the perfect name, and Mace won't do it because he's a prude.
No.
The Las Vegas Sinners.
Yeah, that works.
No, the Sinners, you can't
don't like
use
it?
the Sinners.
You can
as
use the Saints.
Yeah.
You can use the Saints,
You
yes,
can't.
but you can't.
Use the
Literally,
sinners?
the Bible says all over the place, don't sin.
Yeah.
And you're going to name a franchise the Sinners?
But what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Sure, it
We're
does.
judging
and
the
it comes
NBA
to
by the
Houston
Bible?
and Orlando and L.A. No, I mean,
I mean, the Duke Blue Devils, they exist, and some people root for them.
But it's a blue devil. It's
And
not
every
the same
time-
thing as a red devil.
And every time the Vegas Flush makes a basket here.
That's true. Yeah, that is the downside of the flush, is the actual flushing.
I think it'll work.
Let's go to Fred in Boyle Heights. Fred, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, Fred?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Love the show. Mace, Ireland. ¿Qué pasó, Pepe? Michael
pasó?
and M. Edwin Diaz, did they know he was hurt? And second, if they win, the Dodgers win, the teams are still going to be jealous.
Okay, hang on a second. Let me ask you one follow-up question. When you say, did they know he was hurt, you're saying, when did they know he was hurt?
Right. Did he get hurt recently? Like,
Yeah,
when he was
I
15,
mean, they
or-
obviously weren't going to give him a guaranteed contract if he was damaged goods.
Right.
So, yeah,
There
the
is-
injury happened on
and
their
he
watch.
did the WBC.
There is some speculation about the WBC and maybe something happened there. But it was mysterious for a long time there. He blew a save. Then for 9 days, we didn't know exactly what was going on until yesterday. Then he had a terrible appearance, and then we found out yesterday that he has loose bodies in his elbow and is having elbow surgery. We'll talk to Dr. Clapper about that in about 15 minutes, get his read on it. Let's go to Steven in Thousand Oaks. Hey, Steven, you're on Sports Graffiti. What's up, man?
Good Laker afternoon.
Good Laker afternoon.
I wanted to bring up JJ and how good the defense have actually been playing. I feel like a lot of people don't give him enough credit since that run in March. It seems like every time we played good teams, they didn't shoot well against us, but no one's ever giving the credit to JJ what he was able to do in that month of March. And I was wondering if you guys, since you guys are closer to the Lakers, what have you seen that he's done that's been successful for the defense Lakers.
Okay. Obviously, there's a team defense, and there's a trust thing going on. Like last year, Jared Vanderbilt could not really get off the bench, and he was, he's being used specifically right now for defensive purposes. John, I think he's shown growth as a head coach, and I think it's natural. The more you do something, the better you get at it, right?
Well, I also think that JJ just better, because last year was the first year he'd ever been a head coach at any level.
Yep.
So I think the longer you do it, the better you're going to get. And he leans a lot on his assistant, who two of those guys have already been NBA head coaches, Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan, and he's got three more guys that probably are going to be one day.
Yeah, right.
Regarding the defense, I think that McMillan has a lot to do with that. I don't know if you agree with that.
Well, he runs the defense. So, yeah. And what's interesting is that Ime Udoka played in the NBA.
Yeah.
His first NBA team was the Lakers.
Yep.
Played on a 10-day contract on that team that had Gary Payton and Karl Malone.
Wow.
And then he bounced around a little bit. He went to Europe. He went to the Knicks. The best year Udoka ever had in the NBA, he started 74 games for Portland. And his coach in Portland was Nate McMillan. And so I've been going on with the Houston guys.
Right.
And I said, ask Ime if right after he started 74 games for Nate, they let him go. They released him, Udoka. I said, does he blame Nate for releasing him, or does he credit Nate with giving him an opportunity? And as it turns out, it's like Nate's his mentor. Like he goes, no, Nate's the guy who talked me to go into coaching. I love him.
Now, is Udoka more of a defensive-minded guy?
Both, but you know what Udoka's staple is he is.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say no filter, it's almost not strong enough. He does not care whether or not you like him. Remember, he was the guy that he yelled at Udoka yelled at one of his own players and said, "Stop being a WITCH," except he started it with a B. I don't know if I can say that word or not.
You can say it.
You don't say it.
But so Udoka said the B word.
Yeah.
And LeBron said, "Hey, don't use that word." And Udoka looked right at him during a game and goes, "What the F are you going to do about it, tough guy?" He's not afraid of anything.
Right,
He'll fight LeBron.
Yep.
I mean, so to me, Udoka's staple is he's just incredibly direct and no nonsense.
Wasn't he an assistant with Popovich?
Yes. Yeah. And then he was the head coach in Boston and got fired for some stuff that happened off the court.
Right.
And now he's in Houston and having success.
Yeah, having success. We will bring in Luke Robitaille here. Kings are down 0-1 in their series against the Avalanche. Game 2 is tonight. We'll get an update from Luke Robitaille coming up next. Mason in Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you're hiring, you got to use ZipRecruiter. It's time to bench those other hiring sites. Let ZipRecruiter help build you a winning team. Ian Siegel, the guy who invented ZipRecruiter, puts it simple. We do not leave anything to chance. And here's what he's talking about. ZipRecruiter is an algorithm. You can apply filters. You can add screening questions to your job post. But as soon as you post your job, it, through a computer, finds qualified candidates fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hiring site in the game based on G2. So stop messing around. Go with the best. Go with ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Did I mention it's free? ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Don't miss the countdown to kickoff. Presented by BMO, official bank of LAFC.
What's goody? It's Mario Rees here on the next countdown to kickoff presented by BMO. LAFC forward Jeremy Abobasi calls in for a preview of the upcoming showdown with Colorado at BMO Stadium. Plus, Angel City star Savvy King joins the show to share her incredible journey back to the pitch. It's countdown to kickoff tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
BMO presents Countdown to Kickoff, hosted by Mario Ruiz on ESPN LA.
It's spring break season, and I can't wait to party. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
The Oasis Pool and Lazy River are open 7 days a week. Rent a cabana or daybed.
Cannonball!
Number 2.
Fuel up on the lowest gas prices than anywhere else at our travel center.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Polaris Razor Pro R Ultimate. Earn entries now. Be here April 30th, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Looking for a vodka with standards? Blue Ice delivers. American-made from Idaho potatoes, gluten-free, non-GMO, and only 64 calories an ounce. Enjoy the classic huckleberry with lemonade or award-winning double espresso. Blue Ice vodka, premium taste, nothing extra.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Tuesday, around 1:15, and it is time for the legend.
Gretzky at center. Here's Gretzky into the other zone. Gretzky Thompson. Here's Robitaille. Shoot, score!
He's the president of your Los Angeles Kings, and of course a legend on the ice as well. Time for the Luke Robitaille Show with Mason and Ireland, now Tuesdays around 1:15, right here on your home of the Los Angeles Kings, 710 ESPN, the Luke Robitaille Show right now on Mason and Ireland.
All right, the Kings lose game 1 to the Avalanche. Luke Robitaille had this reaction. But he is hopeful for tonight as the Kings are at Colorado for game 2. Luke, thank you very much for coming on, man. Thank you. What's up?
Hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing good.
I'm not hopeful tonight, guys. I am ready for tonight.
You go.
Okay, good. Luke, there was a play in game 1 where Drew Doughty, who is normally very reliable, just whiffed on a shot in front of the net that would have given you guys an early lead. Is that something that just happens in hockey, or do you look at that and go, well, it's rare, but he messed it up?
No, it's not really a whiff because what happened is what's hard to see is the way the puck bounced, it was spinning quite rapidly, so every once in a while, the puck happens to have a weird spin, and the puck itself was spinning in the air. So the minute it hit his stick, even though he pointed his stick, let's say, towards the left, the spinning of the puck pushed it to the right, and that it made it miss a net. But it has to do with the puck spinning. So, if it's not on your back end as a forward, you might be able to whack it like you almost got to cut the spin because he was on his back end. There's a big curve.
Right.
The puck just went away from his blade. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a weird play.
Let me ask you just a general question. How does hockey change when you get to the playoffs?
Well, it's just way more tight checking. The rules are a little bit lax. Like I think referees let you get away with more. So the more you know how much it lets you get away with, the more it's like, you say you give someone an inch, they'll take a foot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. So it becomes way more physical. And then, we go through 82 games, and even in your division, you'll play a team like 4 times during the whole year. And now suddenly you're playing them 7 times in 2 weeks. So you start knowing each guy, and there's so much video and there's so much behind it that everyone's tricks. So it becomes it's a battle of will, basically.
Luke, you might be able to explain this better than I can, but the announcers the other night kept pointing out that the Kings not only have not beaten the Avalanche this year, they've lost all 4 meetings, but they've never led. But when I watched the game, it didn't appear to be one-sided to me. I thought it was very competitive. When Panarin got the goal at the end, I actually thought you guys might get another one and tie it. So how do you talk to the team about, obviously the Avalanche, they're the number 1 seed, so they've earned it. But they've, on paper, it looks like this has been incredibly lopsided. It didn't seem lopsided to me the other night. Do you feel like the Kings are close, or are these guys kind of like the Oklahoma City Thunder in basketball? They're an 800-pound gorilla, and they're going to be really hard to take down.
No, they're. I mean, they're a really good team. Don't get me wrong. You know, to say they're 800-pound gorilla, you don't look at it like this when you're us. Like the way we play is the way that we could beat them. I go back to this year. I think the first game of the year they ended up winning, but it was a really close game. It could have gone either way. And I think for us, like, you know, we've added Panarin. You go through the season, you get injuries back and forth depending who it is. So now the fact that we have everyone, it does make a difference. And I foresee that every game is going to be played really tight. I would love to go ahead and get a lead against these guys just to see how
what would happen.
Change, the way they're going to play.
Yeah.
And certainly our guys are going to be ready today. And we're not giving them much space to skate. They got very talented players, but so do we. So it comes down to it's going to be the battle of the will. Who's willing to pay the biggest price to win?
So everybody talks about Colorado's speed. How do you deal with that without sacrificing kind of your own identity?
You don't want to get caught. We call it into like a track, you know, where you just stay open and you're making the wrong decision even in the offensive zone. Now, when you talk about their speed, like McKinnon, they got Neckes and Mychal. Those are three players that are really fast. They happen to be their high-end players production-wise. But speed-wise, we have guys that can keep up with them just as much. Their production might not have been as much like, you know, they're a little bit younger, different type of players. But speed-wise, we keep up with them. We just got to make sure that we call it keep them on the outside. The more you can keep the other team on the outside, even when they're coming in, it cuts the angles to the net, so it gives you an advantage.
Luc Robitaille is with us. Luke, Kuzmenko was your leading goal scorer this year. Is he available tonight?
He's healthy right now. People forget, he's missed 2 months, and he's had one practice with the team, so he needs a few practices just to get into it. You don't want to come in right away and get hurt because he's been skating like just for a little bit right now, but he's really didn't even have a chance to get bumped. You know, that's what we call it. That's why you want to get into 1 or 2 practices. So, but he's definitely going to play in this series, you know. He's not playing tonight, no.
Okay.
And that's the main reason.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have really playoff goalies making their playoff debuts here.
Both of them.
The other day. What's the makeup of somebody who's going to be successful in the playoffs as a goalie?
They're staying calm. I mean, you want your goalie to feel comfortable and calm about the game. And right now, Forsberg's played real well for us. Like, no matter what, as an organization, we've been playing playoff hockey for about 3 weeks. So, and this goalie's been really calm and really kind of makes you feel comfortable as a team. So that's why we're going with him. You know, he did the same last game. I expect the same out of him today. And I think once you start playing as a player, you're not saying, oh, this is my first playoff game, I'm going to be nervous. You just start playing. It's playing the game like any other game. It's just when at the end you win, you realize like this, wow, this was a pressure moment. But you don't really think about it during the moment.
Luc Robitaille with us. Luke, last thing for me, they called a penalty. They called 2 penalties on Armia in that game. But the second one, the slashing penalty, I kind of felt like when the other guy's stick broke, they immediately called a penalty. Is that the way it works? Because I didn't think that was much of a slash. But if you break the other guy's stick, is it automatic? Are you going to get called for that every time?
You know, it's sports, so everybody's a human being, and they're going to make mistakes. If you were to ask me, probably if you were to ask the league, they might not say it's a mistake, but it truly was. The guy slashed our guy, his stick broke, and our guy went to lift his stick, and the stick was already broken. But I don't think the referee could see it, and they can't come back and say, hey, this was a mistake. You know, there's no review on these type of calls, so he thought it was a slash bar guy that broke the guy's stick. The stick was broken before, and it just ended up like that. I would say that happens every once in a while. The referee will make a bad call, just like our guys. You know, like you said, Drew Doughty missed an empty net. You make mistakes, and then you just move on. You hope you kill that one, and and you move on, and that's stuff that happens.
All right, game 2 is tonight in Colorado.
Get him, Luke.
Game
Get
3 Thursday back
All
here
right,
at
guys.
Crypto. Thank you, Luke. Appreciate it, man. Go get him.
I'm going with you guys' records. You guys called it. When we talk, we win. So
Yep, there we go.
All right, thanks, Luke.
It's in the bag, Luke.
Yeah,
In
we
the
got
bag.
this. We got
Okay.
this. All right, coming up next for you, Dr. Clapper is going to join us. In the meantime, NBA, NHL playoff season, no better place to catch the action than Cosm. In fact, I'm not going to the Kings game Thursday night. I'm going to Cosm to watch the Kings game. And the beauty of going to Cosm is that you will feel like you're at the game. You will feel like you're on the glass. These are massive 87-foot wraparound LED displays. Every dunk, every goal, it's going to feel like you're right there. You're not just watching the playoffs. You're in them. And by the way, in the hall, you can catch every game on wall-to-wall screens, grab amazing food, great cocktails, beers everywhere. It is the perfect date spot because they've got immersive cinema experiences like Willy Wonka, Cirque du Soleil, and The Matrix. No better place than to watch the NBA NHL playoffs at Cosm. For a complete listing of games, go to Cosm.com. That's COSM.com. Cosm.com, and I'll see you at Cosm. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Purple and gold playoff energy.
The playoffs roll on, and the intensity is rising.
Stolen by LeBron. LeBron on a breakaway. Slam dunk.
The Los Angeles Lakers return to the court for Game 2 against the Houston Rockets at Crypto.com Arena. Every possession matters. Every moment counts. It's Lakers-Rockets Game 2. Pregame starts tonight at 6 p.m.
The Lakers postseason push happens right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey, it's John Ireland. Here in Los Angeles, our water is filled with chemicals and chlorine. That's why I got a Life Source Water whole house system. Life Source cleans and conditions water from every tap. No salt, no regular maintenance, no more harsh skin irritating city water. Upgrade your water and your life with Life Source. I did it and I'll never go back. For April, ask for the ESPN LA special. Get $500 off plus free installation for new customer. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. Life Source Water, it's not just better, it's essential.
Hey everybody, it's Cap. I'm here with Angie from Angelica's Insurance. Every team needs a strong defense, and when it comes to protecting what matters most, they've got you covered.
That's right. From auto and home to renters, business, and life insurance, we built a game plan tailored just for you.
And if life throws a penalty your way, like a DUI, for example,
we got you. We specialize in DUIs, SR22 coverage, getting you back on the road fast and affordably. Visit angelicas-ins.com or call 1-888-717-0773 for your free quote today.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Shell.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. Confetti Craze makes it easy to turn any day into a party with its delicious birthday cake flavor and big birthday energy. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. I bring these tiny bottles everywhere to cakeify my day with tasty caffeine boosts. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
The biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
Payoff pitch to Rojas.
Hey, this is Mychal Rojas from the Los Angeles Dodgers.
It's back. It's on its way. Out of here. Miguel Rojas.
You're listening to Mason and Ireland Show.
Mason and Ireland rolls on.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for listening. And joining us right now is the Dr. Clapper. How are you, Doc?
How are you?
All right, Doc, a bunch of stuff to get to. Let's start with Kevin Durant. He has a deep right patellar tendon bruise. and he is questionable for tonight. Here's my question. Does somebody with a deep right patellar tendon bruise, if they play, can they hurt it anymore? Are they at risk of further injury, or is it simply a pain-tolerant situation?
Yes, they can, and you have to ask no one other than Kevin Durant. May 8th, 2019, he had a simple grade 1 calf strain. 1 month later, June 10th, 2019, he tore his Achilles tendon. Okay? He missed 5 games, basically. I mean, I'm in Game 5 of the NBA Finals when he tore it. I'm sorry. But he ended up missing 552 days because of that Achilles. So ask Kevin Durant. In his head it started out as a bruise, as a small strain, and oh my God, and now I tore my Achilles. You are talking about one of the most important areas of the knee because it's where the patella tendon, go ahead and feel your knee right now if you're sitting down. Your knee cap, your patella is like a clock. Feel 12 o'clock. That's the top. That's where the quad tendon attaches.
Right.
Now take your fingers and feel 6 o'clock. That's exactly where the patella tendon attaches. And when it hurts, and you'll call it a bruise, you'll call it a contusion, we have all kinds of edema, but the reality is there is a tearing, a disruption of the tendon into the bone itself. That's why it hurts. There's nothing that stops it from going further and completely tearing. So it's in his head. Mentally, he's going to be worried. We are so much in luck as Laker fans because that is going to be great for tonight.
So do you expect him to be out for this series because of this injury?
I would be very reluctant, Michael, to inject anything to numb it up because you need the feedback. Otherwise, you will absolutely do something bad and not feel it. So you've got to rely on how he feels. And if he says it's still painful, and he tried to play in Game 1 and couldn't, I doubt. I mean, obviously he'll show up and I'll be wrong, but I'm not so sure it's a good idea. How's that he play tonight for the Rockets?
So, doctor, the only one that can say is Durant. And if Durant says, I want to play no matter what, he's going to play, right?
Yes, he needs to become Michael Thompson as a player from the past who looks past their injuries.
That's right.
But of all people, Pepe, I don't think he can do that because he has that memory of having a simple sprain in his calf that led to a devastating 552-day recovery injury.
So let's talk about Edwin Diaz of the Dodgers, closer they signed during the offseason away from the Mets. And about 10 days ago, he pitched and blew a save. Then there were 9 mysterious days where nobody knew exactly what was going on. He got blown up again the other night, and now he has gone to the injured list and will require surgery for what they're saying are loose bodies in the elbow. Describe what that means.
So are you ready for a clap revision, Steve?
Ready.
So a pearl, right? A beautiful pearl necklace. What is a pearl? A pearl comes from an oyster, looks like a clam, where either intentionally or by accident, a simple grain of sand gets into the shell underneath, inside of the oyster, and as the oyster tries to reject it, it layers and layers and layers and makes this beautiful thing called a pearl. Well, in your elbow, and this happened to Dave Roberts, he even had to have an arthroscopy for loose bodies in his own elbow, so he can speak to this quite well. When you have any kind of fraying of the cartilage in your elbow, and go ahead and flex and extend your elbow, see it as a hinge, right? But now, palms up, palms down. Look at the rotation that your elbow. It's a ball and socket joint that's made up of a hinge, and on the other side is rotation. It's a phenomenal joint. I love elbows. And when you injure it, throwing so much, he's been in the league, I think, 7 years, you can scrape very small parts of the cartilage inside the joint. It becomes like the sand in the oyster, because what happens is The synovial fluid, that's the motor oil that makes our joints friction-free, is where the nourishment occurs. So you don't need a blood supply. All you need is a little fleck of cartilage, and guess what happens? The synovial fluid will nourish that fleck of cartilage, and like a pearl getting bigger and bigger in the oyster, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so you now have, in essence, like a doorstop, or if you leave the spoon in the disposal and it won't spin the blades, all of a sudden you can't extend and flex and rotate your elbow like you want because you have these pieces floating in the joint. Here's the good news. You go to surgery. I did this to the MMA fighter, Anderson Silva. I took out a whole bunch of loose bodies from his elbow. You now arthroscopically can see these guys floating in the joint through the telescope, through the fiber optic scope. And with another puncture site, you have a tool to grasp these floating loose bodies and suction them out or grab them out. Here's the good news. You're not reconstructing anything. So you're free to go. Right after surgery, get your elbow moving. So they're saying he's going to be out for 3 months? That's a bunch of nonsense. He can come back much sooner.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Clapper, here's what's confusing. So he's got these loose bodies in his elbow, all right? You can go in and suction them out. What? Don't you need them? Didn't they come from somewhere? Or is it just...
Yeah, that's
good
actually
question.
interesting, yeah.
Good question, John Ireland. So they came from a scratch of just a fine fleck of the cartilage, but they grew to be 10, 15 times the size of what they started out because they're living and being nourished by the synovial fluid. So you will not see tit for tat. You will not see a gigantic piece of cartilage and now see a gigantic piece that's missing. So that's a very good question. No, it comes from a tiny little fleck, and you do not need that.
All right, let me go back to the Lakers for a second. Dave McMenamin reported today that Austin Reeves is closer to coming back than Luka Doncic is.
Yes. Yes,
Reeves,
that's correct.
Reeves has a grade 2 oblique strain. So let me ask you the same question I asked about Durant. If Reeves comes back too early, does he run the risk of injuring it again, or is it simply pain tolerance?
Good question. I believe, my opinion, and it's just my opinion, that this, and I predicted on one of the shows I came on with you guys, I told you, he's more likely to come back than Luka because the thickness of the muscle of the oblique is so much thinner. It's not like a big, beefy steak that your hamstring is. And there is very little likely at all that you will re-injure the oblique muscle. So he doesn't have any risk of that. We don't need to reattach it, if you will. And it's just a matter of pain tolerance. And I would absolutely see Austin Reeves come back. Maybe he'll wear some kind of band around his chest to give him a little bit more support. But he's going to look fantastic being back on the court, and we won't have to hold our breath that he's going to hurt himself again.
All right, Doc, I got one last thing for you. You are the finest orthopedic surgeon in America. You've got all kinds of medical experience. From your medical background and everything you know, will the Lakers win this series?
Yes, because I bleed purple and gold. I've donated blood, and it looks purple and gold.
That a boy, Doc.
There you go,
Tell
Doc.
him, doctor.
Doc. Mason, Emily are traitors. They don't think the Lakers can do it. Mychal, Pepe, Brian, and I are all team purple and gold. Happy to have you with us. Way to go, Doc.
Thanks.
Way to go.
I love it.
Thanks, Doc. Appreciate it, man.
Anytime. All right. Talk to you later.
Clever. It's NFL Draft Week. What will the Rams do with the 13th pick on Thursday in the first round? We are all over the 2026 NFL Draft on ESPN LA, powered by the law offices of Jacob Imrani, the chosen legal partner of the Los Angeles Rams. Call Jacob, 800-345-6789. Coming up next for you, Craig Counsell.
I can't wait to get into
Shohei
this.
Ohtani and the Dodgers for an unfair advantage. We will listen to what Craig has to say coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you listen to the show, I've been talking about it. My wife's in Idaho. That's where Blue Ice vodka is made, the largest American potato vodka. It's rated double gold. Tom Gibson, the guy who runs Blue Ice, reached out to me yesterday saying, what do you need? What do you need? If your wife drank all your Blue Ice, I'll send you some more. This is why you got to get Blue Ice, because once you try it, you're hooked. They have 3 great flavors. Classic, potato vodka, huckleberry, or double espresso flavors. You hear me talking about these potatoes. Most vodka is made from corn, not Blue Ice. It's made from potatoes, which means it's gluten-free, non-GMO, crafted to elevate every sip. It's just 64 calories per ounce. When Blue Ice says vodka with standards, they mean it. No additives, no artificial flavors, no hidden sugars, just clean, premium vodka. You got to try this for yourself. Once you do, you'll be hooked. Blue Ice Vodka, clean, American-made vodka with standards. Ask for it by name, Blue Ice.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
Can you drive a stick?
Can you drive a stick?
No.
Not very well.
No.
There you go. Okay.
Not very well. D? No.
I've done it. I
No
have
chance.
driven
You're
one.
gonna
need us. Nope. You're gonna need us.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
Why are we gonna need you? You can't drive stick. You're gonna need us. When
Why didn't you ask
your
me?
electric cars break down, you're gonna need us.
You said you can't do it, right?
I've tried. I haven't done it successfully, but I can drive a stick.
You think you're going to get like divine intervention the next time you get behind the wheel?
I did break Briona's car.
It's all about the weight distribution between the clutch and the gas.
Oh my God! Don't ever let him near one of your cars.
I can smell the clutch burning
I was
already.
just going to weight distribution.
Wait,
Yeah, you
You want to hear? I hear
Travis,
Guess
why
what?
would you
I
let
got
him
an
behind the
electric car.
wheel?
I don't care.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app. And live on YouTube.
It's spring break season, and I can't wait to party. Now your top reasons to visit Morongo.
The Oasis Pool and Lazy River are open 7 days a week. Rent a cabana or daybed. Cannonball!
Number 2.
Fuel up on the lowest gas prices than anywhere else at our travel center.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away a Polaris Razor Pro R Ultimate. Earn entries now. Be here April 30th, 10 p.m. to win.
Morongo, good times.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, the Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Men. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out the Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
I can't do it today. I already have plans. Something came up. There are a million reasons to put off a cancer screening, but one reason to keep it. Early detection can save lives. Every screening, every result, every early detection matters. At Pfizer, we're fighting against cancer, aiming for 8 cancer breakthroughs by 2030. Join the fight against cancer and get screened at Pfizerforall.com/screenings.
You know who's missed me? I know a lot.
Oh, John Ireland.
John Ireland.
He kept saying,
Johnny, I'm back.
I thought we got a day off of lit.
You know what he was doing?
And as usual, I was wrong.
He was pining for you.
I
It's
know
like,
you
when's
were.
Chris
I
showing
can see
up?
it in your eyes, Johnny. You missed me.
He was
Why
lonesome.
are you an hour and 45 minutes late?
Because Bergman and I, and you'll like this, we had we thought it would just be a 45-minute lunch, but it turned into a 2-hour lunch with our engineers.
Oh, engineers.
I actually have an engineering issue that Greg and I are going to try and solve after the show.
There you go.
I didn't realize we had engineers.
We do.
Wow.
Look at that.
Yeah.
1:45 on a live imaging Tuesday, presented by Providence. Pepe, did you miss me?
A lot.
Hey, Morales, I actually have an important question for you. How's your water?
Well, Life Source water.
Yeah.
Do not be a city water schivoso. Do not be a city water scumbag.
You are. You're a city water scumbag, man.
You are a city water schivoso, Mace.
What's a schivoso?
It's like Italian slang.
Scumbag? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Like a stunad.
Yeah, I don't have. Nobody's offered me free Life Source water yet.
Maybe you need to call our friends at Life Source.
I'm going to.
Ask for the ESPN LA special. Then you won't be a city water scumbag, Mace.
All right.
Esquivoso.
That's what I'm going for.
Yeah,
Esquivoso.
Esquivoso.
Actually,
Esquivoso.
Esquivoso.
Let's, Oh, no, hold on. Let's record that clean for when I do my live reads. 3, 2, 1.
Esquivoso.
Bam!
I like it because
That is magic.
He did it with an Italian accent.
All right.
He did.
Hey, speaking of Italian accents, so the other day I'm watching The Godfather for the 100th time.
Sure.
Number one. Number one,
One or
Godfather?
two.
Okay.
One.
And Carlo is yelling at Talia Shire.
Yes.
Connie.
Yeah.
And they both say to each other, they're mad at each other and they're having a fight. They both say gabagool.
Yeah, the gabagool.
Gabagool.
What's that mean?
Well, you watch The Sopranos.
They
the
use
gaba,
a-
the
I thought
gabagool is an
gabagool
Italian
was
cold
like
cut.
a-
It's
yeah,
like a
that's
cold,
what I thought.
It's a cold cut. What-
Capicola.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was, so why would I say it in the middle of an argument to you? Why would I yell cold cut?
I don't know the context. We might have to find the scene because I don't know how they use it. But Italian slang is just like
remember,
everything.
A woman calls the house and says, "Is Carlo there?" And she says, "Who's this?" She says, "Just tell him I can't make it tonight." And she realizes that Carlo's cheating on her, so she goes, "Your dinner's ready. It's getting cold." He goes, "I'm not hungry. I'm not eating." And she says, "Gabagool." And he says it back to her.
No, she says F-fangool.
What does that mean?
F-U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then does he say it back to her?
He probably does.
Oh, so gabagool is strictly a Sopranos thing, and I'm
No,
just confused.
No, it's
No,
an
no, no.
Italian thing.
Gabagool's
Anytime
Italian
you
meat.
see Capicola and those.
But F-fangool means F-U.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Italian talk.
Yeah, Italian talk.
Listen,
if you're
to what-
Italian, you're loving
You
this
know I'm
segment.
half stallion. You know
I
that,
didn't know
right?
that.
I'm half Italian.
Really?
You know which half?
So what's this? You're Mexican, white, and Italian?
No, I'm Mexican and Italian.
Okay. Which one of your parents is which one?
Well, my dad, Mucho Morales, is Mexican.
Oh, that's right.
He's
Yeah.
obviously Mexican.
So you
And
speak
my name
Italian
Mucho.
and Spanish and
I
English?
I don't know this English bit you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's moronic. See?
Yeah,
This
what
guy
do you
is moronic because he asks stupid questions.
No, but if you're part Italian, don't you speak Italian too?
No.
I don't know.
No,
But did your mother
wait
teach
a
you?
minute.
My mother didn't speak Italian.
I thought
I'm
you said you
half
had-
Italian. I didn't learn Italian.
How could you be half Italian if your parents was one of
Well,
them?
my parents
My
were
mother was
Italian,
born
but my
here.
grandmother's the one that was
Yeah.
from Italy. So
No.
it didn't
See,
transfer
that doesn't make
to
you
me.
half Italian.
Sure, it does. My grandmother and grandfather are both
No.
Italian from Italy. That
Your
makes
mo-
me half Italian.
Your parent was
Quarter
half
Italian.
You
Wait
know
a
what?
minute.
With that kind of
No,
talk.
no, my mom is full Italian, which makes me half Italian.
Was she born in Italy?
No.
So she's half Italian.
Right.
Yeah, she's not full Italian.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
And was her father full Italian too?
My mother,
Yes.
my
Yeah, her
mother
parents
is
full
full
Italian.
Italian. Her mother and her father were Italian.
Wait a minute, but your mother was born in the United States.
Yes.
So she's not full Italian.
She's Italian
My
American.
father is full Irish. He was born in Ireland.
But wait a
I
minute.
am half Irish. I was
But
born
you're
here.
half
you're
Irish,
half
even if
Italian
your dad
too,
was,
okay?
was born here. You're still
I'm
half
so
Irish.
confused.
You're half Italian because your other half is Mexican for your father, or one
Yeah, but what
fourth.
they're saying is I'm only a third Italian and only a third Mexican.
Who's saying
Oh,
that?
my God.
Michael?
The other
Michael
third
is
is
saying
American.
that?
Because like my sons are half Bahamian because I'm full Bahamian. So that makes
But
them
that
half
makes him
Bahamian.
half Bahamian.
Right.
Right.
But
we're
what's
actually
Julie?
all saying the same
What's
thing.
Julie?
She's American.
So she's, what's her heritage?
French.
Okay, so he's half French heritage, half.
No, because she's like 4 generations removed from
Yeah,
France.
so I would say they're half American, half Bahamian.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
I'm
Okay, you guys know who also is a new Slovenian on
Yes,
the Lakers?
that's right.
Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes.
That's right,
is a
yeah.
He got
brand
his
new
passport,
Slovenian.
so he
Oh.
is going to be able to compete for their national
There you go,
team with
see?
Luka. Best
Pretty
friend.
cool.
Now, does Slovenia have good
Basketball?
Like, would you think about living there? Is Slovenia a good
Yeah, it's
place
pretty
to
cool.
live?
Yeah. Ljubljana.
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
what's his
How's their,
name?
how's
Andrzej
their health-
Kopitar's moving back there.
How's the cost of living? How's their health care? All that kind of stuff.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, is it nice?
Yeah, Slovenia is a beautiful, beautiful country.
You've
All
been-
those
you-
European countries
you-
are
you've
nice.
been there?
Yes, I've been everywhere, Pepe. More places than you.
No, you, not even.
Where you
not
been?
even.
Where you been?
Everywhere. Everywhere. Name it. I've been there.
Been to China?
Yes.
Have you been to Ireland?
Yes.
Have you been to Egypt?
No.
Been
Have
to,
you
been to Estonia?
Yeah.
Been to Croatia?
No, you haven't been to
to
Estonia.
Estonia.
I told
when
you.
you were
I told you I went
Is
to
this-
Estonia.
Is this when you worked for the airlines? You took advantage of this
Yeah,
and went to all
of
these
course.
countries?
No,
Have
but
you,
I
have
went,
you been to Arkansas?
Arkansas, yes, I went to Arkansas.
I did too. Bugs as big as a man's fist.
I went to
Slapping
Arkansas.
into the
With the
windshield in
Lakers, I went
Arkansas.
to Arkansas.
You been to Israel?
No.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Israel.
Beautiful guy. Look just like California.
Wait,
like
why were the
California.
Lakers in Arkansas?
now.
What's that?
Why were the Lakers in Arkansas?
They did a preseason game there. We went to We did a preseason game in Little Rock.
Oh, wow.
By the way, good luck going to Israel. My uncle was supposed to go 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
And he ended up just going to Africa.
I believe now is not the time.
I don't think it's ever going to be the time, frankly.
No,
Well, I'm supposed to go to Italy in June, and we got an email from the airline the other day that the flight might get canceled because jet fuel is so expensive.
Jet
now.
fuel is crazy.
Which
yeah.
part of Italy are you going to?
We are scheduled to go to Tuscany and then Lake Como.
Oh, beautiful.
And then are you full Italian while you're there?
No.
Yeah, while you're there.
Lisa is half Italian because her family's all from Italy. But she was born here.
Oh, okay.
You going with the girls? The tennis girls?
No, I wish.
Yeah, the tennis girls are going.
No,
they're so much fun.
Yeah.
They're all in Idaho right now.
Listen, he can find new tennis girls in Italy.
Michael, have you been to Indonesia? Have you been to Singapore? Have you been to Hong Kong?
Is this the segment where we just name places that we have been and where we have not been?
Pepe's been.
Yeah, Pepe, just get a map and put a little pin
No,
next to
because
everyone
he's
and bring it
telling
to
me
us
that
so we can see it.
I'm just answering.
Yeah, I know. I get it. But you're throwing out country
I'm
names.
wasting my time with the stupid questions.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. By the way,
Including yours.
If you want to know where Pepe's been,
It's on the tape.
it's on the tape. So listen to it. All right, so Craig Counsell is the manager of the
Oh, wait till you hear
Cubs.
this, Michael.
Mm-hmm. He is very upset. So this is the way Major League Baseball rosters are structured. You're allowed to carry 13 pitchers. Everybody else is a hitter. Now, the Dodgers, because they've Shohei
they're the
Ohtani,
13 because rosters have 26
Correct.
people.
The Dodgers, essentially, because of Shohei Ohtani, get to carry a 14th pitcher. So they have a guy who hits and pitches. Craig Counsell thinks that's not fair. They get 14 pitches. We only get 13.
He's right.
No. He's
Shohei's
a hitter.
pitcher.
He's
Shohei's
a hitter first.
But he pitches, right?
Right,
Mike-
but he hits.
But he pitches every fifth day or every fifth game.
Michael, here's why he's wrong.
Okay.
Craig Counsell, and exactly what he said was, I don't understand why they get an extra one. It would only be a thing if Milwaukee was unable to do the same thing. If they can go find a hitter that pitches, they're more than welcome to do the same thing.
Any team.
Special treatment is required for special players.
Yes.
Anybody who says, and this is when Toronto did this, who's the Toronto manager? Is it Schneider? I can't remember.
John Schneider sounds right, yeah.
Yeah. He made a big deal out of, isn't John Schneider
John
the
Schneider
GM of the Seahawks?
Or is he the star of Dukes of Hazzard? Now I'm all mixed up.
Yeah, all right. Look up who the manager of the Blue Jays is, Emily. But he came out and said he's allowed more time when he's hitting than, they let him take more time to come back out to the mound.
John
It
Schneider.
is John
It is
Schneider,
John
yeah.
Schneider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of
Beautiful.
course,
Luckily, we got that figured out.
Of course he needs more time. He just hit.
Right.
No other player is doing that.
By the way, and he's not taking an extraordinary amount of, he starts right after he comes off the mound, he immediately starts putting on his.
I understand John Schneider and Craig Counsell going to bat for their teams.
Yes.
But here's the thing. Shohei being in baseball benefits everybody. It's a one-man show.
He's saying the Dodgers should remove a pitcher. That's what
No.
he's saying, not deny.
Yeah,
Shohei.
And my response to that is, well, why don't you guys add a hitter who can
Right.
pitch?
And that's what I say, too. In other words, this is,
If other teams were not allowed to do what the Dodgers are doing, that would be a problem.
Same
They
rules.
are allowed.
Same rules. Everybody's entitled to have a two-way player.
If you invented Facebook, you would have invented Facebook.
Right.
There you go, Sean. Exactly right.
Yeah, I don't get what his complaint is. You want rules that would allow Shohei to perform.
Right.
And I would say this if he didn't play for the Dodgers.
I wonder do you think anybody else is going to attempt to do what Shohei does?
They should.
Do you think there will be
I think kids right now are doing it.
Yeah,
like
other
guys,
two-way stars.
Kids coming
Well,
up.
think about it. When you're in Little League, the best pitcher is often the best hitter.
Yeah.
They just talk them out of it.
Yeah.
When they
Make it more specialized.
But if you were let's say you're a college manager, baseball manager, would you encourage your guy to play
Sure.
both ways?
Why not?
If you were a Major League Baseball, would you try to encourage them, or do you want them
if
to
you're
focus?
recruiting a high school kid who can do both, like play shortstop and pitch, why would you tell him to stop?
By the way, which is most of them.
Yes.
Most of the kids
and-
get drafted can do
and
both.
youth baseball, that's what you see. The best athlete usually is one of the best pitchers.
Yeah.
But then when they get older, they make them specialize. It's
Right.
stupid.
It is.
Yeah, I'm with Michael. I would try if a pitcher was my best hitter, I'd let him do both.
Yeah, Craig Counsell. Find a two-way guy.
And by the way, Counsell, You really want to make rules that make it harder for Shohei to do what he's doing? It benefits all of baseball. It's must-see TV. Rising tide, lift all boats.
He doesn't want to deny Shohei. He just wants the Dodgers to have one less pitcher since Shohei's
But
a
that
pitcher.
doesn't make any sense because he
What
can
kind
do
of
the same that the Dodgers are doing. That's what John is telling you.
Here's the thing. I think Craig Counsell should focus on the games right in front of him because, remember, he couldn't figure out whether the U.S. was in pool play or not in pool play when they lost to Italy.
He wasn't a manager.
Wasn't that Craig Counsell?
No, he wasn't a manager.
That was DeRosa.
Oh, Mark DeRosa.
Good job, Mace.
Mark DeRosa.
Yeah,
screw it.
Very good. Very good, man.
Yeah, good job. Get him.
Yeah,
get him, Pepe.
Get me, Pepe.
Good job.
Get me,
That's okay.
Pepe.
It's on the tape.
It is on the tape. Hey, if you want to go see LAFC, call 877-710-ESPN right now. Caller number 7 scores a pair of tickets to see LAFC take on the Colorado Rapids at BMO Stadium. You can feel the energy, support the black and gold, and don't miss a moment only with ESPN LA. Visit LAFC.com/tickets for additional information and to purchase tickets of your own. Mason in Ireland, Fast Track next, 710 ESPN.
Chris Morales is in studio, and he, like I, got rid of that crappy LA city water.
Do not be a city water schifoso.
Exactly. Here in LA, our water is filled with chemicals and chlorine. That's why we both got Life Source whole house water systems. Life Source cleans and conditions water from every tap. Pepe, are you drinking lousy city water at your house?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, get rid of it. Get rid of it. I'm telling you.
You're a city water scumbag.
Upgrade to Life Source water. Yes. It's the best thing you'll ever do. I did it. I'm never going back. In the month of April, Pepe, call him and ask him for the ESPN LA special. You get $500 off plus free installation. All you do is ask for it by name, the ESPN LA special. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. LifeSource Water, it's not just better, it's essential. Offer ends April 30th. Warranty limitations apply. Life Source Water.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland.
And the one and only Rich Eisen talks to who we believe is going to be the number 1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza.
Are you nervous? Are you nervous-sighted? That's a word my wife and I use with our kids, nervous, excited. What are you feeling right now?
I don't know. Is that word in Webster's dictionary? I'm not sure, but I want to start using that.
Please.
Nervous. It's going to be an opportunity and start of a new journey. It's a celebration, but it's a celebration of a start. And I'm really excited to get started on this new journey. And the realization has hit me, especially when I'm on the top 30 visits, where, okay, you're going to be in these NFL facilities in the next 2 weeks. So get ready to rock and roll. You're going to be an NFL player. And so I'm ready for the opportunity. I'm nervous-sighted. We get started.
You just used it in a sentence. You took it for a spin.
Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon before Mason and Ireland. The Rich Eisen Show on LA's mega sports station, ESPN.
ESPN LA.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap. Are you downsizing or inheriting a home? Want to cash in on your equity? Call Sellers Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and close in days or on your timeline. Sellers Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $20,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no-obligation offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Sellers Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Call Jacob.
Hey, it's Mace.
And I'm Ireland.
After a crash, you are on the spot. You got to make the right decisions.
So count on peace of mind. Count on Jacob. Here's what I mean. 800-345-6789. Mason, you just count to 9.
Exactly. Count on a plan. Count on a team that moves fast. Count on Jacob.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob 1-800-345-6789. Call Jacob.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a good karma brands radio station.
And it is 2 p.m. in the Southland on the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland.
All right, it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
The return of Fast Track, driven by our friends at Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
Down low is 350 cube, 3 1/4 horsepower, 4-speed, 410 gears, 10 coats of competition orange, hand rubbed lacquer with a blue plane manifold, open race cams.
Fast Track on Mason and Ireland.
Time for Fast Track. Take it away, Mace.
All right, zoom, man.
So we all know that when players arrive to arena, especially when they're walking through the tunnel to the locker room, they are very aware of what they're showing. So they always wear a nice outfit. They like to maybe even they might be a sponsored outfit.
Except for Kyle Kuzma, who wears giant oversized sweaters.
That's still fashion for some people. So it's all very staged and planned. So on Saturday, Wemby was walking into this to his game, and he had in his hand a thick book. But he was wearing a black suit, and the rest of the Spurs were also wearing black suits. But the thick book really caught my eye because it's not the typical book like Power, the God of War. Like there's certain books that might be telling you something about this person.
Right.
And I learned something about Wemby that I love. This book is called Alchemized. If you haven't heard of this book, it is a romantasy book. A romantic fantasy book, and here is what it's about. So
those sleazy romance novels my wife reads?
Yes. So here is the description of Alchemized. Alchemized is a best-selling dark fantasy novel about Helena Marino, a former alchemist with amnesia who is imprisoned by necromancers after a devastating war. The story follows her struggle to survive, recover her memories, and navigate a war of trauma, oppression, and moral gray areas. It follows the theme of war, identity, and power. I love that Wemby is reading a romantasy book. It has changed my view of him. I love him even more. Let's go. What does it change how you think of Wemby?
It's
unlike LeBron, he's reading it.
Interesting quirk to be reading. What did you call it?
Romantasy.
It is so not at all what I'm interested in reading about. What does it say about you if you're reading romantasy?
Yeah, I don't know. What's the last book you recommended to someone?
I recommend The Alchemist all the time.
Dude.
Yeah. If somebody, especially...
But you have to be specific because this is The Alchemized.
Yeah, The Alchemized.
They might get confused with The Alchemist.
This is Paulo Coelho's Alchemist. Is the book I most
recommended
often
a book to Sam Pines yesterday.
Oh, yeah? What was it?
212, The Extra Degree. Do you know about that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so I learned about it from Drew Brees.
Okay.
I was interviewing Drew Brees years ago, like 20 years ago. And Drew Brees said that at 211 degrees, water is just hot.
Right.
But at 212 degrees, it's boiling. Boiling gets you steam. Steam can power a locomotive. So he's always looking, Drew Brees is, for that extra degree.
Right.
For that 212
that's a cool idea.
degree. And Sam had written a company-wide email talking about, how you need to come up with creative ways to go the extra mile kind of thing. And I said, hey, have you ever read this book? So I just sent it to him. But if somebody recommended me that book, the one you just described, I would have zero interest in it.
You think Lisa would like it?
No.
She does.
She likes to read like the Fabio novels.
The naughty stuff.
This is a new era of books that women are obsessed with. It's kind of loosely based off of Harry Potter fan fiction of a Draco and Hermione love story.
Good
I will
Lord.
say, I think our next group bet gamble or whatever, like we did with the Ride the D, should be
which
somebody
DeAndre
has
paid
to
off yesterday.
I rubbed his abs.
Somebody has to read The Alchemized, but prove to us that they're reading it. Like, do a book report on Alchemized.
Okay, no, what we'll do is they have to read Alchemized, and Mason and I will write them a quiz about Alchemized,
Yes.
and if they miss it, they have to go read it again.
So I think that's our next punishment.
When you rubbed his abs, was this under his shirt or over his shirt?
Under.
Oh.
He had a
crop top.
So
if you're
we
asking
did this,
skin to skin,
Michael, we did this to embarrass someone for finishing last in our pool. Like, you remember when I had to wear the bunny suit and I had to hop all over the place?
Yeah.
That was what this was supposed to be. We thought like either me or Mace or Morales
or
would have to wear a
Bergman.
crop top that says Ride the D.
Yeah.
So DeAndre finishes last. He puts it on. and he looks
and he's
great
just like
in it.
ripped.
Because he's got a physique like you used to have.
Yeah.
So the bit totally backfired.
I enjoyed rubbing his abs, but
yeah.
I did tell him that he was like, "Oh, I should wear this to the gym." I said, "You cannot because you might get unwanted tutors."
It's true.
Did you want to wash your shirt on his abs like a washboard?
I don't know what exactly we're going, but whatever he's into, I'm into.
Why not?
Listen, I'm not weird. Whatever feels good, Michael. That's my one rule.
Wait a minute. Correction. You said you're not weird? Please. It's NFL Draft Week. What will the Rams do with the 13th pick on Thursday night of the first round?
I get $35K in mythical money when they trade it.
We're all over the 26 NFL Draft on ESPN LA, powered by Pechanga Resort Casino. Win a brand new house. I saw this on TV. Home sweet home. Back at Pechanga Resort Casino, official gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. BC, what do you got?
Fast Track.
It was announced today, coming this summer, a new sports version of Jeopardy, an ESPN kind of version, hosted by Joe Buck. I think that's already a hit right there.
He'll be great.
That's
he was
good.
great on
That's
Jeopardy.
good.
I thought he was going to get the job.
He'll be perfect.
And, it says it's going to feature ESPN personalities.
Yeah.
So, you might have a foot in the door here to get on to this sports
nice.
Jeopardy.
Yes.
Out of everybody in the station, everybody associated at ESPN LA, who would go the furthest in sports Jeopardy?
I'm going to take a shot here and say I think Emily might.
Are you kidding?
I think
Look
Emily
at the
might.
score
John
of
would
icebreakers.
wipe the
I
floor
would
with me.
mop
You really
the
think so?
floor up with all of you people.
This morning, everybody unanimously said, we all said Ireland when we did this.
I think John will.
But
do
if
it.
John's off the table, I think it would be Travis than me.
Old Travis, he's got such an
I
old
told
brain.
you guys the story before.
It's
I
all
was
sports
I
related.
was supposed to be on College Jeopardy. I tried out at UCLA, and I made it to the final cut.
Yep.
And I'm so embarrassed by this, but Michael, I didn't know any better. The question I went out on was, what do you call a group of lions? And I wrote down den.
Oh, no.
And the answer was pride.
Yeah.
And that's what knocked me out. That's like a simple, stupid one like
Pride
that.
Rock.
Yeah. So that's what coming out. But I think I would do really well on Jeopardy, especially sports
Jeopardy. Yeah.
Well, you don't know sports history. Your sports history starts with Michael Jordan.
Wait a minute.
No, he knows sports history.
Emily doesn't know sports history from the 60s and 70s.
That's true. Emily does not.
No.
Emily,
Yeah,
there's a
because
cut.
they all played every single game.
John Ireland has a great memory. Let me tell you.
And by the way, you're out of your mind. I used to be able to. I don't know if I can do it anymore. But I used to be able to tell you who won the national championship in college basketball from every year from when I was born.
It's a
from
sports.
1963. No.
That's a sports trivia
I can
question
do it
for
from
you.
63 to 2000.
He was the last 30-game winner in the major leagues.
Danny McClain.
Danny McClain,
No,
yeah.
Who is Danny McClain?
Caught him on a technicality.
See, you'd be terrible at it.
Who at ESPN do you think will win? If you think of the entire ESPN universe,
June
big
Lee.
ESPN.
Yeah.
You think? I think Mina Kimes would probably be pretty tough to beat.
He has the record for 511 wins in Major League history.
Who is Cy Young?
I was buzzing in.
Wait a minute. I just destroyed
By the
one
way,
of your
those are-
games like 2 nights ago.
Those are
What
super
was-
easy one. That's
You
a
should-
really
Michael
tough one.
Michael tried to challenge me in a game about theater.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a
And
theater game?
I got 15 out of
Yeah.
what would you 18 out of 20,
Yeah,
right?
something like that. Yeah, no.
It was about theater?
Yeah, about the theater. And he was
Well, you
he was
know-
jazz hands in all the way
It was
through.
about all
is that
that
right?
jazz,
Oh,
the movie.
wow.
movies about jazz and all
Yeah,
that
he's
stuff.
tough to stomp on
Ireland,
the
you
theater.
know where will catch you in boxing.
In boxing? No, he wouldn't get. He wouldn't
Yeah,
know
I
that.
wouldn't
no,
know. I
boxing,
don't know
you'd be
boxing
tough.
like the two you guys do, but I could, back when there weren't 7 different titles.
He is the only player to win 3 World Cups.
Who is Pepe?
Come on,
Yeah,
Ireland,
3
come
World
on.
Cups. I know
Let's
that.
get him some.
I was
Pepe.
on a game. By the way, because of Game of Games, we've done so many questions about. I think like Pele was on the game last week.
I want to bring up an idea for
Yes,
you guys. Okay, so the PWHL, which is the Professional Women's Hockey League, has done a idea to solve tanking in their sport. And so maybe it'll work for basketball, so let's see. I'm going to explain it. So it's called the Gold Plan. So once a team is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, from that point on, the amount of goals they score puts them in the ranking of where they pick in the draft. So let's just say the Pacers, if they were eliminated on March 15th, from March 15th to the end of the season, the amount of points they score, if they score the most points from that point on, they are the number 1 draft pick.
All right, here's the problem with your your
Filipino
plan.
HLs.
How do really bad teams get better?
Well, if you get out earlier, you score more points. In other words, let's say Indiana is eliminated in, when were they eliminated?
Oh, I guess
Probably
that's
like
true.
March.
Yeah.
They get more games to pile up more points.
Michael had the best idea, and actually Kevin O'Connor from Yahoo piggybacked it.
Stole
and
this
made-
from Michael?
And made it better.
Oh, wow.
Suing him.
But no, it made it better. So 20 teams make the postseason. Like, 8 and 8 in the playoffs, and
Right.
then two more in each conference for the playing team. So you take those 20 teams, starting with pick 11, and you just do them in reverse order of record.
Right.
Okay. But the 10 teams that don't make the postseason, one ping pong ball, and
just level it.
Yeah. And so there's literally no reason to
No
tank.
advantage.
This one allows you to have interesting games at the end of the season, even if it doesn't matter for seeding.
But Kevin O'Connor came up with a twist that makes this even better.
Okay.
Okay. So
stolen from Michael. Go ahead.
Well, he takes Michael's basic idea and says, if you finish with the worst record, the second worst record, and the third worst record, you get one ping pong ball. But if you finish 4 through 10, you get 2.
I like this one. It's a lot simpler. No ping pong balls involved. You just rank it by there, and I think it's easier for us to understand
I
and break
was
it
told
down.
there would be no math.
Yeah.
Yours involves a lot
no,
of math.
yours involves more of math.
No, mine
more
involves
ping
one
pong
or
balls.
two ping pong balls.
just one ping pong
That's
ball
it.
each.
Yours involves total points.
Yes,
I have to
count
add
to
the
one.
points from this game to the next game.
I think it's simple. I think it's trying to create energetic games because you look at the NBA in-season tournament and how a lot of it is based off of the tiebreaker is about points scored, and you saw guys competing to the very end of the games, even if games were a blowout. So you wanted to score the most points possible. You want exciting games at the end of the season for teams that don't matter.
Okay. I actually do understand that. I always thought like a last place tournament would be interesting.
No, that's the extra games.
Yeah, I know, but extra games, NBA owners love extra games.
Yeah, but why would players try when they're basically playing to replace themselves?
Or are they playing to get a really good player on their team?
Right. That would take them out of the lineup.
Job,
Oh, I see.
I think the ping pong balls is the best. And
Thank
if
you,
you give
Pepe.
the 2 balls to the...
To 4 through 10,
Yeah.
then everybody would
Are
try
you just
not to
sucking
be
up
the
to
bottom 3.
Michael Pepe? Come on.
No. I think
Okay.
that's right.
Here's a sports Jeopardy question.
Yeah,
You-
give
okay,
him for
ready?
Ireland. We got to stump him.
She is the only player to achieve a golden slam.
Oh, that's Steph. Who is Steffi Graf?
There you go, Michael.
See, I
got
beat
that.
you.
I tried to tee up a
I
tennis
have
question
one
for
that
Michael.
you won't answer.
All right, go.
Who won the gymnastics in Mexico 1968?
Oh,
Male or female?
Female.
Who is
Olga Corbett?
No.
Who was Nadia Comaneci?
Vera Karlaska.
Well, Olga Corbett was in 72, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I missed by
What's
one
the name,
Olympics.
Pepe?
Vera Karlaska.
Yeah, that was
From
on
Mexico?
the tip of my tongue.
Mexican?
No, Mexican Vera Karlaska.
Vera sounds like a Mexican name.
See, I'm telling you.
All right,
he-
more fast
It's out of
track
control.
coming up next.
He should
Mason and Ireland,
He should hang out with those guys in
710
San Diego.
It is Fast Track on Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN, the all-new ESPN LA app, and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles, driven by Cerritos Auto Square.
And it is time for Fast Track.
Fast Track.
Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com.
Time for Fast Track.
More Fast Track next.
Midweek battle in the heart of Los Angeles. LAFC returned to BMO Stadium with one mission: bounce back in front of the black and gold faithful.
BMO Stadium is absolutely rocking.
Standing in their way, the Colorado Rapids, looking to spoil the night in the City of Angels.
It's a goal lasso from David Martinez.
LAFC battle the Rapids. Coverage begins tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the home of the black and gold, 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1482. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1482. That's 800-575-1482. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
In the playoffs, performance isn't just expected, it's engineered. At Lexus Santa Monica, we play at that same championship level. Whether it's the precision of the RX or the pure power of the LC, every vehicle is a masterpiece of performance. Visit our historic showroom, a Santa Monica landmark, and experience a lineup that's as legendary as the game itself. See Matt Unger and the team to elevate your drive. Lexus Santa Monica. In Santa Monica, on Santa Monica. Experience amazing.
In a contracting business, you're either growing or you're grinding. Success is no longer about hard work alone. It's about using AI to accelerate impact. Service Titan is the only integrated intelligence that seamlessly automates your entire workflow, from first call to final invoice. Born in the trades, built for visionaries ready to stop operating and start automating. Service Titan, AI for the trades.
Hey, sports fans, the ESPN app has all of ESPN all in one place. The ESPN app is your home to thousands of live events, ESPN shows, and originals across every ESPN network in service. And now you can check if you already have ESPN Unlimited as part of your TV package for no additional cost. Visit activate.espn.com to learn how to access your account or sign up, then start streaming in the ESPN app. It's all of ESPN all in one place. Sign up or activate now.
Fast Track.
And it is Fast Track on 710 ESPN. Mason and Ireland on the all-new ESPN LA app, 7:10 a.m. and always on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles. Fast Track now back in the 2 p.m. hour on Mason and Ireland, driven by Cerritos Auto Square. Why do more people buy their car at Cerritos Auto Square than from any other location in Southern California? Easy. With 24 dealerships side by side, car shoppers can find the right car at the right price at the right location. Cerritos Auto Square. Learn more at CerritosAutoSquare.com. Once again, back to Fast Track and back to Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, vroom, vroom, man.
I came across this tweet, and it's from Law Roach. Law Roach, if you don't know who he is a designer, most notably for Zendaya, a stylist, a celebrity stylist.
Okay.
And so he tweeted out this. Dear @Delta, I'm Delta 360 and Million Miler. This morning I paid for a Delta 1 seat from New York to LA, and when I got on the plane, it was not a lay-flat seat. I am very disappointed. It got me thinking about this clip from the Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
There's people that are dying.
There are people that are dying, Law Roach, okay? Let's not complain to Delta about their lay-flat seat.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey,
Did
let
I
me
pay
finish.
for it?
M finish, and then we're
Law
both
has been followed up and said, just got the sweetest message from Delta. Thank you for your continued amazing customer service. This is why I stay so loyal. Now, while I have you, can we talk about redesigning the flight attendant uniforms? So, did Law act outside of, was it uncouth?
How many followers? Probably a lot of followers, yeah?
Law Roach has 153,000 followers.
Oh, yeah.
Who is Law Roach?
I just explained
is
as
the
a
stylist for Zendaya.
Okay.
So
Roach.
I am not a big believer in call out a company on Twitter.
You've done it.
I did it once.
Yeah.
I did it with United Airlines back when I was stuck on a flight in Detroit.
So you're not a believer in it unless it happens to
but
you.
I would never do it again.
So when it happens to you, you're a believer.
I would never do it again unless I had problems with the airlines.
So
wait a minute. So
here we go again. Here we go again. Wishy-washy.
I know.
Listen.
Wishy-washy, yes.
I
correct.
But M, she paid extra. He paid extra for a lay flat seat.
He is in Delta 1, which I don't know if that necessarily means you play for a lay flat. Delta 1 might just be the seat.
If I
first class.
paid for a lay flat seat and didn't get it, I wouldn't be happy either.
I would not be happy either, but if lay flat seats aren't available, then
they should tell me.
They should let you know up front.
That's right.
So it wasn't uncouth to you all that he can post it to all of his followers?
I don't think you should post to all your followers. Unless
it happens to Mason on United Airlines.
Unless you're in Detroit, like I was.
If Timothy Chalamet did this, I think everyone would give him a lot of crap.
Especially the ballet people and the opera people.
That's for sure.
Yeah. Vroom, Brian. I'll never forget. Go ahead, Brian.
All right, well, Wemby did go off for 35 points game one. There was also another thing that happened during the Spurs' first game that, kind of went viral, took a lot of things by storm. Reggie Miller apparently clowning Kelly Olynyk for his socks during the game, which I caught visually, it did stand out on the broadcast. They zoomed in on his feet. Here's the clip.
Kelly Olynyk forget his socks? Did he not think he may not get in here? Looks like he has booties on, but I mean,
he does.
Okay, all right. No shows. He does have socks on.
He does have socks, but he might go play a quick 9.
So he did have the ankle no-show socks on. I will say visually it looked very weird compared to everybody else out there. Does the socks bother you at all? Did it look weird? Did you notice this?
So I did not. But it is, you don't see basketball players wearing those kind of footy socks, right, Michael?
He looked like a weekend player, like a weekend warrior type player.
Yeah, like I wear those socks.
Yeah, you shouldn't wear those when you're out there playing.
All right,
You don't look like you're a serious player.
I have an important question about this story. Who cares?
Reggie Miller.
Yeah, but I mean...
It's a very millennial thing to do, to wear the no-show socks. It's very on generation divide.
Really?
Gen Zers do not
if he
wear
had
no-shows.
no socks or shoes, that would be weird.
Right.
It looks like he has no socks or shoes. You can barely see
Bill
the
McDonald never wears socks.
Never wears socks, period?
Yeah, like he'll wear a suit with no socks.
How often do you see a player wearing...
Booties or whatever.
What do you call them?
Booties?
No-show socks.
Footy socks.
Footies, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally, I wouldn't even think twice about it. I mean,
not a good look.
It's like when
it's not a
Russell
good look.
Westbrook used to wear glasses with no lenses in them.
Right.
I thought it was unusual, but I went, well, more probably.
But he didn't wear them on the court. This is like
he wore them before and after games.
Before and after games,
like he'd be at a press conference wearing glasses with no lenses.
What's
in
a good look? I get it.
Yeah.
Makes
Do you
him
guys
look smart.
care about people wearing those concussion helmets?
Oh, this looks
A lot of people make fun of those people.
like a Pez head.
It does not. Does Kevin Dotson from the Rams wear
He
one?
does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
So if you make fun of those big-headed helmets, you can also make fun of these no-show socks.
Those helmets have become more acceptable. Like, I don't blame anybody for
look
wearing one
weird,
of those
though?
goofy
Don't they
kazoo
look
helmets. It
guys
reminds me of the great kazoo from the Flintstones.
It looks
highly underrated.
It looks
character
goofy,
in
but it's
Flintstones
good.
lore.
Do you guys know about
Great
a term
kazoo.
called ick?
Ick.
I-C-K, ick.
No,
Give someone the ick.
What's
It
that
means
stand
it
for?
turns you off. It's a huge turn
Turn off, yeah.
No-show socks on men, it gives me an ick
Just
like
don't look right.
nothing else. It is just
Looks
a
unhygienic.
huge turn
I
off.
only wear them when I wear shorts, though.
When you wear
That's
shorts?
even worse.
Yeah.
No,
I don't
then
wear
I
them.
can
Like right
see
now,
them.
I don't wear them.
So I have a question for Pepe.
Yeah.
Pepe, you wear short socks? Sorry, Pepe.
Yeah. Look at the look from Pepe. My God.
Goodness.
Pepe, in LeBron's career, 30 times he's had a 1-0 lead in a series. How many times has his team gone on to win?
And
1-0 lead
It's
in
really
a best
high, by
of
the way.
7
Like
series.
I think all of them.
29-1.
29-1.
If he goes up 2 games to none in a series, what do you think his record is?
Got to be undefeated.
Undefeated.
32-0.
32-0. Yeah.
Yet, if the Lakers win tonight, Emily is still picking the Rockets, even though the Lakers would be up 2-0, and LeBron would be 32-0 in that situation. You're still going Houston.
I think you're trying to do an announcer's jinx here, so that's what I'm going to call out, but there's a first time for everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want the Lakers to lose? I don't.
No, she
I
doesn't
don't
want
understand.
them to lose.
wants
She
them to
thinks that
lose.
Houston's better.
I know that they're going to lose.
Yeah. She knows they're going to lose.
Houston's not better.
So
I tell you, if Durant doesn't play tonight, I think the Lakers win.
Oh, yeah.
I
for
think
sure.
the Lakers win if there's no
Yeah.
Durant.
Okay.
Do you agree with that, Emily? No Durant, Lakers win.
No.
Doesn't
You
sound,
still
yeah,
think
it doesn't
they'll
sound like
lose.
she agrees with her.
Yeah. Jeez.
And if the Lakers go
She's
up
doing a bit. I like
3
it.
games to none, will you then
If they're up-
then finally admit they're going to win the series?
Yeah, 3-0, they can win the
Okay.
series.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did say yesterday that they have to win in Houston for me to believe.
Yeah, and by the way, Emily's not.
Believe.
She's in the mainstream. 64% on the betting market. 64% on Houston. 36%
What's the
on
odds
LA.
tonight?
Take a guess.
After the
Who do you think's favored?
Well, after the Lakers dominated game 1, I got to believe they're good up. I would say Lakers by 4.
Think again.
What, they're underdogs again?
Mm-hmm.
Houston by 3.
By 3?
4.5.
Actually, that has moved in the direction of Houston since then. It's by DraftKings on ESPN. The Rockets are favored by 5.5 now.
Yeah, that's
Really?
Durant playing.
After game 1, they still think the Rockets are that good?
Hey,
Boy, I can get the Lakers and 5.5.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Good thing I can't bet NBA, because if I could, I'd take the Lakers.
Got some good news for Dodgers fans. Blake Snell is scheduled to start a rehab assignment with Class A Ontario in San Jose on Wednesday, weather permitting. So Blake Snell is working his way back for this season. And, of course, the bullpen's going to be interesting to follow from here on out with Tanner Scott and with Alex Vesia and with Blair. Who do you think winds up the closer? Because Dave Roberts says, yeah, I think it's going to be Tanner Scott as well. Who do you think, Em, winds up the closer for the Dodgers? Tanner Scott, Blake Trinan, Alex Vesia.
Trinan.
You think Trinan?
Yeah.
I just watched Trinan get lit up. That's what.
Now, this is why Roki Sasaki should ask to go to the bullpen, because it's right there for him to take it if he wants it.
By the way, and this may, but the Roki thing may work itself out. I mean, if Blake Snell comes back, there might not be room for Roki anymore.
Right.
So,
especially if Robleski keeps pitching the way he's pitching.
The other thing is, I read an article about how much the rest of baseball still values Roki Sasaki. He is a great trade chip. He's young. He's got unbelievable stuff. They're trying to unlock. He would be an interesting trade chip.
But the Dodgers promised him.
Promised him that he could start.
Okay.
So far, they've been true to their
They've
promise.
been true to their promise.
Yeah, I feel like we've been valuing this promise, so I don't think they're going to trade him.
Yeah, Again, I don't think he's like the grease fire that everybody thinks he is.
I just think that
he's gotten better.
Yeah, he's gotten better.
Sure, his command still isn't great.
Only 2 walks his last start.
Okay, but 7 hits.
How old is Sasaki?
23, maybe?
Yeah, I think 23 sounds right.
I think he's better, and he's going to get even better.
Yeah.
All right. Wait, Ireland, I got one more. She is still the record holder in the 100-meter sprint.
Huh.
I think I got it, Pepe.
Oh, you might have me. Who is Allison Felix?
That's what I was going to say.
Who is Flojo?
Flojo.
Yeah.
She still holds
I
record.
thought she had the record in the 200. She still has it in the 100?
She got them in both.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow.
Yes,
That's amazing.
Since 1988.
All right, coming up next.
Finally stumped you.
The player that the Lakers, in my estimation, must sign after this season is over.
Wemby?
He's a free agent.
Yeah. Hey, we going to get Wemby?
This is a free agent. We'll do it coming up next. In the meantime,
Let's just trade for Wemby.
the 2026 Palisade has been named 2026 North American Utility Vehicle of the Year by 50 of North America's most respected automotive journalists. With next-level tech and safety features, Hyundai cars and SUVs give you the confidence to boldly journey wherever life takes you. Advantages include their available class-exclusive digital key and available remote smart parking assist. And because they want the road ahead to be as worry-free as possible, every Hyundai also comes complete with America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. I'm telling you, check them out at all. The Sonata. I drive the Elantra Hybrid. Maybe you're interested in the Palisade or the Santa Fe. Time for you to take a test drive of your favorite Hyundai, only with your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Purple and gold playoff energy.
The playoffs roll on, and the intensity is rising.
Stolen by LeBron. LeBron on a breakaway. Slam dunk.
The Los Angeles Lakers return to the court for Game 2 against the Houston Rockets at Crypto.com Arena. Every possession matters. Every moment counts. It's Lakers-Rockets Game 2. Pregame starts tonight at 6 p.m.
The Lakers postseason push happens right here on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $20,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Providence Realty, DRE number 019-15-21-2. Change is in the air at LAX. Los Angeles International Airport's automated people mover trains are rolling soon as part of LAX's ongoing investments in improving your travel journey. The new trains will quickly move guests between all terminals. The new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, and economy parking in 10 minutes or less. Departing every 2 minutes, they'll help approximately 30 million passengers per year. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com. That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I am grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
By the way, I didn't shake his hand, but I saw Kenny Loggins on Thursday night. He was at the Yachtly Crew concert backstage. Came by to visit Yachtly Crew in Cerritos, and
Nice.
I just waved to him because the group
turtled?
was with him.
You turtled?
You turtled. Why
I
didn't you
turtled.
just say Chris Morales, ESPN? Nice
Not
to meet
my-
you, Kenny.
Not my reason he was there.
You did like me when I saw Caitlin Clark. You
It was
turtled.
Yachtly Crew's reason he was there, and that's their thing, not my
Right.
thing.
By the way, yeah, Michael, you turtled when Caitlin Clark showed up,
I
right?
turned and hightailing.
No, I've never seen Michael's normally like not intimidated by
Yeah.
anyone. She shows up, I'm elbowing him. Go talk to her. I can't.
Yeah.
It is a live imaging Tuesday on Mason Island, presented by our friends at Providence Mace. And Pepe.
Absolutely.
Pepe, you're the real star of this show.
Yeah, you're take it away, Pepe.
I'm not the star.
All right, ladies, take it away, Pepe.
I'm just a
So,
humble Mexican.
is there any question that, particularly after 27 points the other night, the Lakers got to somehow re-sign Luke Kennard when this is all over, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been yelling at the Lakers to get Luke Kennard for years.
Yeah.
Now they finally got him. It's working out exactly I thought. But here's the problem.
What number?
Yeah. A lot of other teams are going to offer him more money.
Sure, and they better. Boy can
And
shoot.
so Luke, and this is probably Luke's best chance at taking care of himself on a big payday.
Yeah.
I think his last big contract was 4 years, 64.
Mm-hmm.
So if some team offers him that again,
But more than that, he's got to get the 4 for 80.
all right. So if some team offers him 4 for 80,
gotta
and the
take-
Lakers can only pay him 2 for 35, it's kind of a no-brainer.
Well, it's kind
right?
of a matter of priorities, right? Are you bringing LeBron back? What do you have to pay
Yeah.
Austin? Is there room for
Does it
Luke
make
Kennard?
a difference so now that Mark Walter's in charge of the
No,
checkbook?
I don't think so. Do you?
So he'll pay more, right?
Right, he'll pay, but you're
That
you're
apron
limited.
is so punitive.
The apron, once you get into the apron, you lose
Just
all
pay
your
more.
draft picks. You
Yeah.
lose your ability to aggregate
There-
salaries. It really
there's
limits you.
lots of penalties.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I also feel like if you had to choose between a couple different types of players to fill this spot, if you had to, at the end of the day, Luke Kennard could be redundant to Reeves and Luke.
Oh, no, you're never going to have enough shooters.
Although, yeah.
Especially a 3-point shooter like him.
And he's a great spot-up shooter.
Oh, yeah.
Great spot-up
One of
shooter.
the top 5 in the game.
Yeah, great catch and shoot. And by the way, it's, as we saw the other night, not afraid to put the ball on the floor either.
Oh, yeah. That's an underrated part of his game. He can get to the basket.
He's really good. So what are the expectations for tonight? And talk not in the shock the world. Talk about what we're actually going to see basketball-wise, Michael. And John.
Michael, I'm curious as to what their attitude about Durant will be. Double him on the catch every time and try and keep him out, or let him score as much as he wants and lock down everybody else. What would you do?
Probably it's this first quarter, if he plays, see what he's got. See what kind of rhythm he's in. If he gets out hot, and as long as you shut down Şengün and the rest of the guys, you could live with him scoring 30, as long as the other guys don't compliment him. But if he starts going crazy, then knocking down every shot, then get the ball out of his hands and make somebody else beat you.
Right. Because that is not a good Durant obviously organizes the offense. Everything runs through him. The other night, that offense was a mess.
Yeah.
I mean, they were terrible.
It was Thompson taking the ball.
Well, he can't shoot. He can't. He's a great
athlete.
I'll tell you what, though, about
that's key. That is key.
I'll tell you something about Amen Thompson. A lot like, I mean, I'm not comparing Amen Thompson to Giannis. He's not as good as Giannis. But like Giannis, you know he's going to put the ball on the floor and go to the rim, and you still can't stop it.
Right.
It's so weird. Like Michael and I 5 or 6 times said,
there he goes.
Amen Thompson, top of the key. He's going to attack. There he goes. Lay it up and in.
That's what I said. Just let him shoot. Let him shoot from.
But he comes
far
at you.
away.
No, but they do that and they back off him.
Yeah. Right.
And if you back
and
off
he goes
him,
right to the rack.
They shouldn't do that.
Well, wait a minute. What would you do then?
I mean, you have to make him shoot. You have to make it move and try for him to shoot from far away because he's not going to be able
Pepe,
to make it.
If you back off him, let's say he's standing at the top of the key, okay, and you back off him,
You'll give him room, and that's
right.
it.
So, but you just said you want to try and get him to shoot. So if you crowd him, he's not going to shoot.
No.
So what would you do?
If you back off him, he's still going to come at you because he doesn't want to shoot.
I think he's an amazing player.
Well, he's an amazing player who can't shoot.
Can't shoot.
His brother can't shoot either.
They're
both.
He wants to drive every time, Pepe. So what you do with guys like him and Giannis, he has to see a second defender where he wants to drive, just a help defender.
You know, Michael, you know who reminds me of him? I was watching that game last night. Jonathan Kuminga is like that.
Yeah.
Jonathan Kuminga can't shoot, but he's really good at getting to the rim, and you can't stop him even when you know that's what he's going to do.
And using his body,
Yeah. So, I mean, that's part of the – if I'm in Thompson in the Christmas Day game, had 25 points, and they were almost all layups and dunks because the Lakers couldn't figure it out. Michael's right. I would go out on him, and when he beats the first guy off the dribble, make sure he runs into another guy and has to pass him.
The one thing about tonight is, I mean, that is just a tremendous rebounding team. You can't have a 21-3 offensive rebound advantage for the Rockets.
Why not? It worked the last time.
Yeah. No, you got to shoot 60% to overcome that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and they can't afford that, so they got to put a body on somebody every time the ball goes up. Especially at the defensive end. And
the turnovers. The turnovers needs to be fixed, especially from Marcus Smart. I think the turnovers are a huge thing. If they can get that under control, I think they're in a better spot.
Yeah, ball security is going to be incredibly important tonight.
By the way, you know how I know that Mason and Emily are on the wrong side of this Lakers thing? Because you're on the wrong side of Jacob Emrani. When is it ever right to be on the wrong side of Jacob Emrani, who is convinced, like me, that the Lakers are winning this series?
That's because he believes in hope, not fear.
Jacob likes the truth. He likes the truth. Oh, no, he doesn't.
By the way,
looking at him right now, he doesn't.
No, the truth happens to be the same as my truth.
I will say Jacob does look at a lot of evidence.
He does.
And there might be evidence to the contrary.
And you know what the problem with you is? You can't handle the truth.
I can handle the truth.
Actually, Pepe might be right with that.
Are we sitting here on May the 3rd? Who's got the truth to handle?
May the 3rd is Game 7.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's a Sunday. You won't even be anywhere near this place.
No, Sundays are good.
No,
Sundays
but
are good for what?
weeknights.
No, but you won't be at the game or here or anywhere.
If it's here, I would go to
No,
game
you
set.
won't.
But you won't be here. You won't be here.
I hope we get to game set. I hope you guys, unicorns, leprechauns,
if you were
rainbows,
standing-
all
we
that
need
stuff.
to win it in 6. You know why? I got tickets to James Taylor at
On the-
Beach Life
on
on
May
the
the
3rd.
3rd.
Emily, if
there
you-
you go.
Cappy's a big Beach Life Festival
Yes, he
guy.
is.
You and
Hopefully
me-
he took care of. Did he take care of you?
No,
Really?
of course not.
I have to do like 40 billboards on Fridays for the Beach Life Festival. I'm not
here's the
asking for
sad-
tickets.
And here's the sad thing.
And he didn't take care of you.
I'm the one who introduced Cappy to Beach Life.
So mark the tape. Cut this up for the morning show
Yeah,
tomorrow.
by the way,
So
cut this up for the morning show, BC. Scott Kaplan had no idea what Beach Life was. I not only explained it to him, but I gave him the heads up to get the hotel that everybody wants. So he booked it a year in advance on my suggestion. He's not giving me anything.
Okay.
Rachel did offer me gummies, but Cappy offered me
Well,
nothing.
if you play your cards right, they'll offer you more than that. But
By the way, John, I don't want to make you feel bad, but Cappy has guaranteed me tickets to Friday night Beach
my
Life
God.
to see
Wait a
Durant.
minute.
Durant.
You told me you were going Friday. I didn't know that.
Cappy's the one that got me the tickets.
Okay, do you have them in hand?
No, I do not have them in hand.
$10,000 mythical money that he stiff shipped.
I'll take that.
he's
Okay.
handing out Beach Life tickets like crack in
Oh, yeah.
1982.
He's the guy.
All
He's the
right.
guy.
So there it is, $10K.
Man, Cappy's
If
a bad guy.
Stiff Space and Juan, I win. If he gives you free tickets, you win.
Come on, Cappy. All right, coming up next for you is Game of Games. I'm sorry, Em, were you going to say something?
I was going to say, I thought Michael had a limerick for me the way that he kept on trying to
if
dress
you and
me.
Mace were standing on the shores of the Red Sea with Moses, you would have told him that the seas will never part.
Not as good as a limerick.
All right, want to go see LAFC? Call 877-710-ESPN right now. Caller number 7 gets a pair of tickets. See LAFC take on the Colorado Rapids at BMO Stadium. Feel the energy, support the black and gold, and don't miss a moment. Only with ESPN LA. Visit LAFC.com/tickets for additional information and to purchase tickets for yourself. Pepe has got the potpourri. He's got the envelope ready to go. And the envelope reads, potpourri for April 21st, 2026. Very easy for smart people, not for you guys. That's for sure. Potpourri of Lies is coming up next. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Lakers and Toyota are celebrating 50 years of partnership. They first got together in 1976. As part of that, the Toyota Perfect Timing Sales Event is going on right now. There's never been a better time to get a new fuel-efficient Toyota. Great offers that help every mile go further, and it's on everything. It's on the cars, the trucks, the SUVs, even the Toyota BZ, the EV with advanced technology and great driving range. Efficiency meets capability exactly when you need it. And when you choose Toyota, you get Toyota Care. No cost maintenance for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whichever comes first. That includes oil changes, tire rotations, even 24/7 roadside assistance. It's all part of 50 years of teamwork, innovation, and going places together. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
DeMarco and Travis have taken over Afternoon Drive.
So Jason Stewart, he would always give very bizarre gift cards as holiday gifts.
Okay.
And they would have really weird amounts to very weird places.
Okay.
Weekdays starting at 3 p.m.
He gave me a 7-Eleven gift card one Christmas for $71.11. Okay.
Oh, that's a lot of 7-Eleven right there, man.
I think I still have like $40 left on it. And he gave it to me 25 years ago.
So much stuff for $70.
You know how hard it is to spend $70 at 7-Eleven?
So hard.
You could eat for a month.
Give me
at
all
7-Eleven.
I could, man. Every day, cookies, pizzas, taquitos, Slurpees, Big Ghosts, everything.
I like that he's got the menu memorized. Like you would think he was reading that off his laptop. He's just going by his last order.
Afternoons with DeMarco and Travis starting at 3 p.m. on 710 ESPN. The all-new ESPN LA app and live on YouTube.
Cappy, when I walked into the Vision Works Brea store, I immediately thought, this is too easy.
I know. And the frames are organized by shape and by price, so you don't have to go digging around. Now, Chris, I had the same experience at VisionWorks in Santa Ana.
Seriously, why go anywhere else but VisionWorks? Their 100-day guarantee gives you peace of mind, so if you change your mind, for any reason, just bring them back.
Buy one, get one free.
Simple scheduling, simple shopping. VisionWorks makes it simple.
Harry Douglas here.
I don't wait for birthdays to celebrate. I grab Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes like rich vanilla birthday cake with buttery funfetti goodness. Seriously, it's unapologetically extra in the best way. And it's sugar-free, so I get all that cake flavor without the guilt. It's tiny, portable, and ready for whenever I need a quick boost. I keep one with me because you never know when you'll need a little party energy. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Adam Schefter here. You know the feeling when a candidate just stands out? Not just their resume, but their energy. That makes a difference. If you're hiring, you want a candidate who's passionate, but you can't get that insight from a resume unless you post your job on ZipRecruiter. Their matching technology finds qualified candidates fast, and ZipRecruiter has a new feature that shows you the most interested qualified candidates first. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/sports. That's ZipRecruiter.com/sports.
And it is time on Mason and Ireland for the final segment. The final segment of the show, always Game of Games time, presented by the one and only Jacob Emrani.
Call Jacob.
Call Jacob.com. And yes, that new telephone number, 800-345-6789. 800-345-6789.
Hi, this is Jacob Emrani.
Game of Games made possible by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. Let's do it. Game of Games time on Mason and Ireland. Take it away, Mace.
All right, an ominous quote on the back of Pepe's potpourri envelope. A man who speaks the truth needs a fast horse.
I'm talking about the truth, and you never say the truth.
He can never handle it.
Yeah. I
Can't handle the truth.
Right.
All right, what are the Game of Games standings, Emily?
The Game of Games standings are as follows. We have the leader with Brian with 4 wins.
Yeah.
And then here are the people with 2 wins. We got Momo, Ireland, and myself. And then 1 wins is Mychal, Travis, Pepe, and Mason.
Okay, here we go. Pepe. Potpourri has arrived. What do you got?
12 questions. Please pay attention.
Okay, we'll pay attention.
No complaints. No
complaining. Wait a
Okay.
minute. Did I mention the great Jacob
Hey,
Emrani?
it's all right. Also, laptops
Jacob
down.
Emrani's
Did
here.
we
I'm sorry. I didn't introduce Jacob. Jacob Emrani's here.
We're so used to having you here.
You're such a regular. You're just like one of the guys now. Jacob Emrani
Even though it was a tremendous insult, you should take it as a compliment.
I'm taking it as a
No,
compliment.
it's just like, our buddy Jacob's here.
And one more thing. Laptops down.
Oh, you're right. Laptop's down. Okay.
Laptops down. Yeah.
All right,
Very
here we
good.
go.
Very
Ready.
good. Very good.
Here we go.
Okay. This is a very easy.
Okay.
How many sides does a trapezoid have? 3, 4, or 5?
All right, Brian, how many sides does a trapezoid have? 3, 4, or 5?
5.
Emily.
4.
Mace.
5.
I'll go 5. Jacob.
5.
Mychal.
Pentagon is a 5 sides, so trapezoid is 4.
That's right. Trapezoid is 4.
four.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Pentagon is 5.
Oh,
Thought it was a square.
But what's a square?
Yeah, what's a square? A rectangle.
It's just the slanted sides of a trapezoid. So it's one on top, one on the bottom that are straight and slanted on the sides.
That's right.
Me and Mychal.
Very, very well explained.
Don't give me that
not
look,
know that.
Michael.
Look
Don't
at the
give me
way
that.
That was
Michael
really
looks at
easy.
it.
Come
You're
on.
like
All right, here we
5.
go.
You're looking
What do you
down
think?
on us.
Why do you think they call it the Pentagon?
Nobody talk except for Pepe. Go.
What is the capital of Michigan? Detroit, Lansing, or Grand Rapids?
Emily.
Lansing.
Mace.
Lansing.
I'll go Lansing. Jacob.
Lansing.
Mychal.
Where from Magic's from Lansing.
Brian.
Lansing.
Okay.
Everybody on the board.
That was an easy
Mychal
one.
and Emily have the lead. No lucky loser today.
Okay. Next. Who wrote the song What's Up by the 4 Non-Blondes? Linda Perry, Jackie Perry, or Tracy Perry?
Linda, Jackie, or Tracy, Mace?
Linda.
I'll go Tracy. Jacob.
I'll go. Who was the other one?
Jackie.
Jackie.
The third
All
one,
right,
yeah.
Mychal.
Tracy.
Brian.
Tracy.
M.
Linda.
It is Linda.
Linda gets it. So
Linda.
Emily got it. You said Linda, right?
I said Linda, yeah.
All right, Mace has 2. Emily has the lead with 3. All right, here we
Yeah.
go.
When was the Waterloo battle? 1812, 1815, or 1817?
I'll go 1817. Jacob.
I'll do 1817.
Mychal.
12.
Brian.
12.
Emily.
17.
Mace.
12.
Pepe.
15.
Nobody got it.
Nobody got it.
Nobody
Wow.
got that?
Yeah,
Hey.
damn.
Okay. Jacob,
Okay,
this one coming
next
to you.
question, okay. Please answer correctly. In what city is the Taj Mahal located? New Delhi, Agra, or Mumbai?
Jacob.
I'm going to go with New Delhi.
Michael.
Agra.
Brian.
New Delhi.
Emily.
New Delhi.
Mace.
Agra.
I'll go Agra. What is it, Pepe?
You should be glad because it's Agra.
Okay. I got it. Mace got it. Jacob, did you get it?
I did not get it.
Anybody else get it besides Mace and I?
Me.
No.
Me.
Michael.
Michael got it. All right.
Okay.
So Michael 3, Emily 3, Mace 3, John 2, everyone else 1.
All right.
Here we go.
Number 6. What is the capital of Seychelles? Colombo, August, or Victoria?
Capital is you
The
claim to
Seychelles
know
Islands.
everything, Michael. The Seychelles Islands. What's the capital?
Colombo.
Brian,
Victoria.
Emily,
Colombo.
Mace.
Colombo.
I'll go Colombo. Jacob.
I'm following Colombo.
You should have followed Victoria.
Oh,
Did anybody get
yeah.
it?
Brian.
I got Colombo.
You didn't?
I got Colombo.
Colombo is...
I thought you knew all these
I
things.
thought so too.
Yeah, I just
Colombo,
followed Michael
Colombo is
blindly.
Sri Lanka.
All right. So,
That's right, yeah.
By the way, Michael 3, Mace 3, Emily 3, Brian 2, John 2, Jacob.
You're
One.
one lucky loser. Go for it.
No, I can. He got
Oh,
one
you got
right.
one. I'm sorry.
All right, here
I
we
messed
go.
up and got one.
You
But
got
there
one.
are 6 questions left,
Yeah,
so we're
you got
fine
time.
here.
I
You
got time.
All right, Pepe.
Okay. How many eyes does a bee have? 3, 4, or 5?
Brian, how many eyes does a bee have?
5.
Emily,
3.
Mace,
4. Two on each side.
I'll go 3. Jacob,
I will go with 5.
Michael,
3.
Pepe.
Very good, Jacob. It's 5.
Wow.
5.
Somebody
Jacob
else
with the
got
point.
it.
Brian.
All right.
Brian.
BC's coming late. All right. Everybody. Oh, now it's really tight. Brian, Emily, Mace, Michael all have 3. John and Jacob have 2. Here we go.
Number 8. What is the color of the middle ring in the Olympic ring logo? Black, red, or green?
Emily,
Red.
Mace.
Black.
I will go black. Jacob,
Black.
Michael,
I think it's black.
Brian.
Black.
It is black.
Okay. So everybody but Emily got that, right? Okay.
Yes, correct.
All right. Michael 4, Mace 4, Brian 4, coming like a racehorse.
Gee, it's his
John
month.
3, Emily 3, Jacob 3. Here we go. Very tight.
Everybody's in it.
I'm kind of sad because here comes the hard question.
Oh, these are the hard ones. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Number 9. In the movie El Cid from 1961, what role did Sophia Loren play?
What's the name of the movie?
El
El
Cid.
Cid.
Oh, I thought he said-
CID, right?
But he said LC.
El Cid.
Cid. Yeah.
Elvira or Elvira,
Mm-hmm.
Cristina or Jimena or Chimena?
Mace.
Chimena.
I also think it's Chimena. Jacob.
I think it's Chimena.
Michael.
Chimena.
Brian.
Chimena.
Emily.
With the crowd.
Very good, guys.
Everybody-
Very good.
We've all seen
The
El
hard
Cid.
one.
El Cid. We've all seen it.
So you
many
think it's
times.
easy? You think it was easy?
That was an easy
I've
one.
Okay,
never
good,
seen El
good.
Cid, and there's also a club called El Cid that I've been to here in LA.
See?
Well, there's also
Even
a
a bigger
very fancy
advantage.
place in Mazatlan called El Cid.
El
It's
Cid.
a hotel.
Yeah.
All right, here we
Okay,
go.
that was easy, right?
That was an easy
This
one. Yeah.
should be
Give us a
re-
tough one.
This
for a
should be
change.
really easy.
Okay.
What artist did the famous painting The Night Watch? Van Gogh, Rembrandt, or Bruegel?
Brugo. Here, Jacob.
Say it again.
Van Gogh, Rembrandt, or Bruegel?
Go with Rembrandt.
Michael.
Bruegel.
Brian.
Van Gogh.
Emily.
Do I have to go opposite yet?
Nope.
Brugo.
Mace.
I'm going Brugo.
Pepe.
Who said Rembrandt?
Nobody.
One person said Rembrandt.
Jacob.
Yeah, Rembrandt.
It's
Oh,
Rembrandt.
Jacob ties for the lead.
See?
All right.
See how easy it
This
is?
That
Hey,
was
Pepe,
that was a tough one.
This might be your closest game ever. Get a load of this. Brian 5, Mace 5, Jacob 5, Michael 5, Emily 4, John 4. Everybody in it. And I think you have 4 left.
Two more.
Two more. All right, everybody's in it. So nobody has to go opposite yet.
Here comes another one that.
This one's probably easy. Go ahead.
Okay.
Where was Deborah Kerr born?
Mm-hmm.
Ireland, England, or Scotland?
You related to Steve?
All right. Brian.
Scotland.
Mace.
England.
Jacob.
Ireland.
Mychal.
Sounds like an Irish name. Ireland.
I'm also going Ireland. Emily.
Ireland.
What is it, Pepe?
Scotland.
Yeah.
Who said
Brian
Scotland?
got
Brian.
it.
All right, Brian.
Brian's taking
that
the lead.
knocks Emily and I out.
Dang it.
Okay. And so here's the situation. This is the last one, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Brian has 6. Mace, Jacob, and Mychal have 5 each. Brian has to go first.
Yep.
Brian, if you get it right, you win and extend your lead for the month.
Ooh. Okay.
Pepe, what's the question?
Number 12. How many keys are in a grand concert piano? 84, 86, or 88?
84, 86, or 88, BC?
84.
All right, Mace, you got to go 86 or 88.
I'll try 88.
Jacob, 86 or 88.
I'll go with 86.
Mychal?
86.
Pepe?
We have a tie. Tie.
It's 88, isn't it?
It's 88.
Yeah,
All right.
I knew that. I knew that.
All right. So that knocks out Jacob. It knocks out Mychal. It is down to Steve Mason and Brian Cohen.
All right.
Very,
Brian's been
very
so
good, guys. Very
lately.
good, guys.
Pepe, this has been your best game
Yeah,
yet.
no,
This is very close
yeah,
the whole time.
Okay, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Pay,
Tiebreaker.
pay attention, okay?
Okay.
In the census of 1950, Detroit reached its highest population in history. What was it? Wait, I have a hint, okay?
Okay.
In 2020 was 6,039 and 111.
Wait,
That-
6 million?
39,000.
639 and
600
111.
Okay, 639,111
Yeah, okay.
was it
That
in,
was in 2020.
in 2020. So
what
the
was
only
it
thing
in
we know
1950?
is that in 1950 it was higher,
Higher
than that.
Yeah.
Okay, so Brian, it's higher than 639,111. You got a number? BC, don't tell me. Do you have a
Yeah,
number?
I got a number.
All right, Mace, do you have a number?
Yeah.
What'd you write down, Mace?
I wrote down 1.4 million.
All right, Brian.
900,000.
Pepe, who wins?
We have a winner. And it's not Brian.
What is the answer?
Oh, I'm sorry.
1.85.
1.85. 1.85 million.
Mace, very
1.85 million.
Mace is on board.
Oh, no, this is my second win.
Oh, so you tied me?
I'm within 2 of DC now. Nice. Shining moment for me today. Pepe, excellent game. You want to do the tiebreaker just for fun?
You just did it. You don't. I just won you the game.
Oh, okay.
What is wrong
Normally
with
we
you?
have one
I
left over.
can
don't know.
repeat the same tiebreaker.
So, Jacob, how you feeling about? Are you going over tonight?
I am.
Nice.
That's right.
So how you
Are
feeling?
you?
No, I'm not.
Wait, 2 days ago you were going.
I was, but then I decided standing around the suite with a bunch of
Fair
MCs,
enough.
I don't really get to see the
What's an
game
MC?
much.
It's a
marketing
sales guy.
Yeah. How you feeling about tonight?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Just waiting to see if Durant's going to play or not so I can feel better.
Right.
And if he plays, what? Then what?
I'm
how do you
hoping that we're going to take the momentum. I think the pressure is on Houston.
Mm-hmm.
They were supposed to come in here and take 2 games and, by the account of some people, go ahead and sweep us.
Kevin Love, Kevin Spacey, Kevin Demoff, Lakers in 5. That's what I say.
Listen, the reality becomes is you got to take that same mentality and take that energy and the momentum into tonight's game.
From the moment that the game starts, okay?
That's right. That's right. Because, I think, you could see at the end of the last game, I'll never forget, there was a point where Amir Thompson, when Luke Kennard hit a 3, just turned around and looked at the rest of them and just kind of put his hands out like, dude, what are we doing?
Right.
Okay. This is a young team. There's not a lot of experience, playoff experience. And I think if Durant's not there, they're going to feel the pressure.
Yeah, I think if Durant doesn't play, I'm taking the Lakers full on. I think the Lakers will win the game if there's no Durant.
And I think if he does play, then I think the fans
Then
are
it's
gonna
a-
be,
then it's a fight.
We're going to be behind them.
Yeah,
and
then it's
we're
a
gonna-
fight.
we're
Their
gonna win.
offense isn't very good. They turn the ball over a lot. Crunch time, they're not very good. Rebounding, they are excellent, but not necessarily a good shooting team. I look, if Durant doesn't play, I think the Lakers win the game. If Durant does play, I think it's a toss-up. Although the spread is, I think, 5.5
Yeah,
points.
I think we need another big game from Ayton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He
Every
needs,
game.
he
That's
needs to
key.
come out and he needs to control the paint. And then you get Jackson Hayes coming in energized
Yep.
to do some of the stuff he does. LeBron, I feel like he's taken on this role now as he wants to put everybody on his shoulder, taking really, really good shots, we were just talking off the air, getting close to the basket when he's taking those layups and literally bully balling them. So I feel good. I'm excited about tonight.
Cool.
I'm excited.
All right, Jacob, bring back a win, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to come back with
All right, Game of Games presented by Call Jacob. The injury hotline, the only number LA ever trusts after an accident, 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Jacob, great to see you. Coming up next, Super Crosstalk, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
And the one and only Rich Eisen talks to who we believe is going to be the #1 overall pick, Fernando Mendoza.
To play on a team that Tom Brady is part of running.
It would mean the world. Tom Brady, I'm sure he stated that he's going to pour into whatever quarterback they take or any quarterback they sign, like Kirk Cousins, and have the opportunity to be great if I get selected by the Raiders.
Each weekday morning at 9 a.m.
It's the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN LA.
LA's biggest pizza party is back. Pizza City Fest returns to LA Live April 25th and 26th. Bigger, bolder, and cheesier than ever. 40 of Southern California's top pizzerias. 2 epic days. 1 massive celebration of pizza. An all-inclusive ticket delivers unlimited pizza tastings, unlimited beverages, and unlimited desserts. All for just $99. Pizza City Fest at LA Live, across from Crypto.com Arena, April 25th and 26th. Tickets on sale now at LALive.com/Pizza City Fest.
John Ireland here, and when it comes to vodka, I like a winner, and Blue Ice Vodka delivers. America's largest potato vodka. Double gold rated, just 64 calories an ounce, and made from Idaho potatoes. Clean, smooth, no additives. Blue Ice Vodka. Vodka with standards.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk. It's time for Super Crosstalk.
Did you see that Blake Snell is doing a rehab out
the Tower Buzzers?
At the Tower Buzzers.
That should have been the game you guys do.
That would have been a great one.
In San Jose, unfortunately.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
in San
he's
Jose.
pitching for the Buzzers, but in San Jose.
By the way, just throw it out there. Freddie Freeman's back from paternity leave, and Ryan Ward's been optioned back to AAA.
So he was a one-and-done situation.
One and done.
There.
Got his first major league hit though.
Two
couple
hits.
of them. Yeah, couple of them.
And his folks were there, which made for a great moment.
That is nice. That is nice.
By the way, why is that unique, Michael, to baseball? In baseball, if a guy plays his first game, and Spectrum Sportsnet LA is really good at this. The mom and dad are there. They're living and dying on every pitch. You never see the parents at an NBA game or an NFL game, or it's weird.
Yeah, well, they're there. They just don't put them on TV.
Right. Yeah. Why?
Is it because they toil in the minor leagues for a million years on a lot of these cases?
Especially Ward was down there forever.
Did you see what last night Dave Roberts did with the baseball after Miggy Rowe had his 1,000th hit?
No.
Oh, so Miguel Rojas has his 1,000th career hit. He homered last night, but it was the single that was number 1,000. And so they save the ball, right? And they throw the ball in, and it goes to Dave. And Dave turns around to the crowd and pretends like he's going to throw it up into the crowd, and Miggy lost it. He was just totally joking.
Oh, that's
goofing
great.
on him, but he has the baseball now.
That's great.
Which was very cool.
1,000 major league hits is no joke.
No.
That's a lot of hits.
For a guy
That's
who
a lot
was
of hits.
going to be a defensive replacement guy for much of his career.
There was just as good of a chance he didn't even stick in the big leagues. Instead, he had a real career of 1,000 hits. Good for him. 2 World Series.
This is interesting. The lineup for tonight just came out.
There have been some weird. Last night was the weirdest lineup I've seen. What is it tonight?
No Will Smith. No Andy Pages.
Uh-oh. Does that mean Dalton Rushing's in the lineup?
Of course it does.
Nice.
Dalton Rushing is catching, and Freddie Freeman's back in the lineup. It's Teo in left, Alex Call in center, and Kyle Tucker in right. I understand Will Smith getting a day off because Rushing's the hottest hitter on the team.
In the league.
Well, right behind him is Paez.
I know.
Why would you put Paez down?
Maybe it's a bad matchup. Maybe it's a pitching matchup where he has not hit the guy. I don't know who's pitching for the Giants, and I haven't looked yet, but maybe it's one of those.
Yamamoto for the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's 0 for 20 with 11 strikeouts against who's ever pitched, something like that. I can't imagine you take Will Smith out for any other reason or Paez for any other reason.
Right. So, Michael, is Trace waiting for the phone to ring?
Yeah.
So is he in California? Where is he?
Just working out every day, but I don't know.
Yeah, are you starting to get discouraged?
Yeah, heck yeah. I'm just pissed off.
Well, what's interesting is
that sucks.
Last year, Trace had the hottest spring of any hitter in baseball, and the Red Sox didn't put him on the big club.
But here's it. It's like Ryan Ward. He was the most valuable player in the Pacific Coast League last year. Cannot get a spot. I would imagine. Do you think somebody would trade for Ryan Ward? He's not
I don't
good
think the
defensively.
Dodgers want to trade him.
Well, what are they going to do with him?
Isn't he in his 30s?
27.
They've got Tibbs, they've got DePaula, they've got all these guys.
I think they do the thing where they hold on to all of their assets until you have something that I need, and then I have a full house of cards to deal
They
from.
wouldn't do him a favor. Let him go play someplace else.
Maybe, but I think that if that were going to happen, it would have happened by now.
Probably.
And they still have his rights, and he's still got options.
Can't he beg him to let him go so I can say, guys, I'm
Maybe.
going to play the bigs, man. I'm
Maybe.
27. I'm running out of time here.
Yeah.
Check
And
in with me later.
He's and
That's cold.
It is
the
cold.
Dodgers are just so loaded. And by the way, they're built on. They've had multiple players who have been those kind of 4A guys.
Yeah.
Those guys hung around AAA for years and years, whether it be Max Muncy or Chris Taylor was one of those guys. There is such a thing as a lifetime minor leaguer.
Oh yeah, and look,
Crash Davis.
Yeah,
you
Crash
never
Davis.
know if Tibbs or Ward or those guys are going to be. There's
DePaula.
for every Muncy and Taylor, there's guys that are smashing it in the minor leagues, and they come at the big leagues, and nothing ever happens. Think Brandon Wood, think Dallas McPherson for the Angels. It happens all the time, and they're just keeping their powder dry. I think they're waiting for John. I know you and we've all talked about this. Give me your proven commodity, and you can have my prospects. And I'll take the proven commodity every time because they miss.
The question I asked you guys yesterday is getting harder and harder to justify.
Done. Still done.
By the way, I'm the same. Still done.
The question I'm talking about is I said, if the Tigers called and said, I want Dalton Rushing and Justin Robleski, and we'll give you Tarek Skubal.
I'll drive.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
a little bit more on the pause.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
By the way,
not yet.
Robleski, it's interesting. You can hit Robleski. Like he gave up 7 hits first inning. They kind of chipped away at him. He pitches to contact.
He does.
He doesn't miss as many bats as is that okay?
They don't teach that anymore, but he's doing it anyway, and he's getting guys out, and he's not giving up any runs, and you can pitch to contact when you don't walk anybody.
Right.
There's nobody on base. It's even if you're getting hit, it's really hard to have an inning where you're going to get 4 or 5 hits in an inning.
Right.
But if you walk 2 guys and you get 1 hit, well, there's 2 runs.
Exactly.
He doesn't walk anybody.
Exactly.
Cardinals baseball. I lived on that. Pitch to contact, Tony La Russa, all that sort of stuff. It's fun. It makes the game exciting. The ball's going to be moving around. You just have to be good in the field.
DeMarco, will the Lakers win tonight?
Is KD playing?
We don't
know.
Well, in this scenario, is KD playing?
Yes.
In this scenario,
No.
he's playing.
Then no.
Why not? Did you see the way the Rockets can't shoot the ball? They
Well,
can't shoot.
they're adding KD.
They can't. That
That's
can't
one
happen twice, can it?
Sure, that's how they are. They're inconsistent.
Yeah. I hope the Lakers win. If they shoot better, you got problems.
All right, let me ask you guys, as Michael would say, an interesting question.
You say that?
Axe. Yeah.
You say axe?
Yeah,
Why do you
brother.
say axe?
It's a brother thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Talk to your friends. You'll see.
I would never say axe. I would never say axe.
The Chicago Bulls job
Hang on a
opened
second.
up.
The Chicago Bulls job opened up.
And most people think within the next 2 weeks, the Golden State Warriors job is going to open up. If the money was exactly the same and you got offered both jobs, which one would you take?
Probably Chicago. Chicago is beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Michael?
And they're making money hand over fist, right?
They've sold out every game for the last 20 years.
Absolutely. I take Chicago.
When we were in Chicago, what was the snow doing? Blowing sideways.
Yep.
I'm taking that Warrior job.
See, I don't want to be the guy that follows Steve Kerr. I think Steve Kerr, 4 championships, that's a tough guy to follow.
Trav, what do you think?
I'd take the Warrior job.
All right. I think Michael and Travis have it wrong. And here's why. The Bulls are in the East.
Yeah, that's true. That's another point.
Oklahoma City and San Antonio are going to have that thing blocked. And maybe the Lakers, depending on what they do with their roster. And you would have to go through all 3 of them. And in the East, I think it's pretty wide open. The Celtics are starting to age out. Tatum and Brown are both in their 30s. Nobody looks unbeatable in the East. But in the West, both the Spurs and the Thunder, and depending on what the Lakers do in the offseason, you might have three superpowers.
Right. Tatum and Brown are in their 30s. In late 20s, I think.
Let me look it up.
But if I had the Warriors job, I could live in Pacific Heights and join the Olympic Club and play golf down the road,
right,
and
yeah,
I'd have
in February.
I'd have a
But
nice,
you're there
a
for
nice
the
run.
sunset of Steph
you're right.
Curry.
Michael Tatum's 28, which means Brown can't be more than 29.
Yeah, so they're still prime.
Yeah, in their prime, yeah.
Prime.
Give me the Warriors.
Yeah, 29 and 28.
Get a boat.
You get a much longer runway in Chicago.
And
don't
you
think?
get to work for light years later.
You can get a
Frozen
boat in
half
Chicago.
the year.
I mean, yeah, fun.
Yeah, no, you can.
Here's
go out
the
in
other thing.
Lake
If
Michigan.
you take the Warriors job, you're going to have an older roster.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
they can't say goodbye to Steph. You wouldn't even want to. He's too good.
Yeah.
Would they say goodbye to Draymond?
Depending if they could use them to get Giannis, yeah. But
He's got a
big
player
deal.
option this coming
But
up
he's
year.
gonna-
It's like $29 million.
He's
I
going to
just
opt
read
out
it.
to take less. He'll sound like a 3-year,
Opt
45
out to take
deal.
less?
Yeah.
You think he'll stay in Golden State?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. He's like an icon up there. They're not going to get rid of him.
Any chance Kerr changes his mind and stays?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michael thinks he might stay till Steph goes,
That's
but
what I
everybody
thought.
I've talked to up there says he's done.
Yeah.
Do you think next year is going to be it for Steph?
No, Steph's going to play till he's 40, he says.
Till he's 40.
And
What is he
and the
now?
way-
Well,
and
his
the way he
game-
takes care of himself,
Yeah,
he
the
can
way he takes
easily
care
do it.
and his game.
He's always in
37.
shape.
37.
Hey, and by the way, Warriors next year might have LeBron.
Yeah,
right.
totally
No,
possible.
LeBron's not leaving L.A. He doesn't want to uproot his family again.
But
Would he
could
have
commute.
to? Wait, would he have to? if
Yeah,
he's
it's
playing for
just
the
a
Warriors?
2-hour
Yeah,
flight.
but
I
still,
mean,
That's an
you
easy
don't
time.
really
I
have
can't
to-
see him leave. I can't see him leaving his daughter, Zuri, behind.
I'm just saying, Peter Guber flies up there every
Yeah.
game.
No.
You know, it'd be easy
I'd
to
be
do.
shocked if LeBron's. He's going to be
Like
here.
Jerry West
I think
used to
so,
say, we have rich owners and they have lots of planes.
Doesn't the question of LeBron revolve around how much less is he willing to play
yeah.
for?
Yeah, I mean, if they say we could give you 35, I mean, come on. He's a billionaire. Does $15 million really make a difference now when you're a billionaire?
I think it's a respect thing.
Yeah.
35 is a bunch. That
It
you
is.
got to sign. You're in your world, LeBron.
Luka's back.
You've
Austin
gotta
Reeves
re-sign
back.
Austin.
Yeah, for like 40 a year.
Is Rui up?
Yeah, Rui's up.
Rui's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The whole team's up.
Yeah.
Michael, would this make sense for both sides? The Lakers tell LeBron, 2 years, 40. The second year is at your option.
Right.
Would that get it done?
Maybe, yeah. 'Cause like I said, this stage of his career, I mean, he doesn't need the money.
I think a lot of Laker fans don't have a problem with the second year.
Yeah.
But I think it
Yeah.
gets it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that works for cap purposes too.
Yeah.
Creates
It gives you some
additional
flexibility.
room for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much, DeMarco?
No, just
He would be 43 in year 25
Yeah.
in that second
Tom Brady
year.
was, 45
Yeah, but he was a quarterback. He was a quarterback, not a linebacker.
What has LeBron done to let you think that he's slowed down at all?
I don't believe he is.
Don't talk about you compare him to Brady. Brady was in like.
But I'm just saying, LeBron is still in better shape than Brady ever was.
How old was Jerry Rice when he retired? Still
40?
40.
He was 40?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Didn't look like LeBron.
25
No.
years in the
Yeah.
NBA?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's
crazy.
Well, I
23 is crazy.
Yeah,
talking to
that's true.
someone, I understand why he could play this level. Talking to someone who knows LeBron very, very close to him. Games like tonight's game at 7:30. LeBron's at the arena at 11 a.m. getting
That's
ready.
incredible.
It's amazing what he does. He told me what LeBron's routine is on game day. I don't even know how he does it.
Is tonight game?
Unbelievable.
It's at 7:30.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's 7:42 is a scheduled tip, and it could slide. So it might tip closer
And tonight
to 8.
is Peacock, Prime. What are we on?
I don't
It's
know.
not
I
Spectrum.
wait till it starts
Do we
and I
even know
start
what
flipping
channel
around.
it is? Spectrum's done.
Yeah, I just start flipping.
It's on either Prime
Yeah.
or Peacock or
One
one
of
of them.
them. Yeah, one of
So
those
enjoy the game.
places. ESPN.
It's on the radio. I can tell you that much.
Indeed.
It's
Most
right
def.
here on the home of the Lakers.
Did you guys watch Wemby in his first game?
Of course.
Isn't he the best
Freak.
show in sports to watch?
Second
Him or
best.
Next to
Shohei.
Otani.
Best?
Yeah,
Shohei.
next to Otani.
Really?
We were just
Shohei.
saying that yesterday. Next to Otani, he
Can't
is
take
the
your
most
eyes off
Baseball
it.
fan, Shohei's the best. If you're a
Yeah.
basketball fan,
Yep.
Wemby's the best.
All right, you guys have a great show.
All right.
Go Lakers.